Good evening, and welcome to tonight's TELEHELL-A-VISION. We hit 400 subscribers, and now this is happening. 3 hours of TV obscurities and other things you may not have seen before, and in some cases, you might have. Coming up tonight, just how much of a history buff are you really? Find out as Oscar-winning quizmaster Richard Dreyfus and a slew of luminaries from 1998 grill you on the Great American History Quiz. Before that happens, Steve Harvey was not always known as the Family Feud guy. He had to claw his way to the top just like everybody else, even if it meant doing a short-lived sitcom. We'll be presenting 2 episodes of that show from 1994, Me and the Boys, as aired on the ABC network. And jumping out of the starting gate, 2 shows that I intended to post some 12 years ago on another YouTube channel that I used to have, until sinister forces forced me to remove every last trace of it. Long story. Still, better late than never. Episodes of both America's Funniest Home Videos and its sister show, America's Funniest People, from the spring of 1992, kick things off. But before we get to any of that, this is still kind of a new experience for us. And the one thing that we ask of you in return for watching and also being nice in the chat is to do the following things. Before we get to our show, please take a couple seconds to look over these rules. If you follow them, we'll do more of these. If you wind up being a jerk throughout this, we just may have to add another rule down the line. Either way, by following these rules and being courteous in the chat, we can have ourselves a good time. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
That's not a closet. They're stepping out of an elevator. What they don't know is the groom's mother's been holding onto a train on the 2nd floor.
From coast to coast, to make you smile. A real right look at you, capture all the style. And you're the red, white, and blue. The funnest things you do. America, America, this is you. Oh, these from your friends next door. They never told you might be a star tonight. So let that camera roll. You're the red, white, and blue. All the funnest things you do. America, America, this is you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Saget.
You can't fake this kind of excitement. Everybody and all your friends. It's no big secret to a lot of people here that the Los Angeles Zoo is about 3 miles from our studio. Make that about 3 blocks. You know what? We ought to change the air conditioning filter because I smell, I think it's reindeer and an elephant and possibly a gorilla. I'm not sure. A little gorilla, yeah.
I played tag with tigers, I played tag with giraffes, I played tag with rhinos, but I don't like the way this little guy plays tag.
Hey, you're it.
Oh, being a reindeer ain't easy.
Oh, you bet, tell her.
Hauling that big guy around the world in one night can work up a powerful thirst.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, babe, give us some of that H2O.
Yeah, we're thirsty.
Come on, give us some water. Oh, no, babe. Get out of here. Yeah, get out. Can't believe you spilled all our precious water. Get out.
Oh, these peanuts are good, but they're a little bit high in fat. Oh, my mistake. What I meant to say was I'd like to eat your hat. Hats. I never can eat just one. Oh, yeah, excellent roughage. I'll lose the Ghani.
Oh, that donkey really liked what you gave him. Hope you like what I give you. Here you go. Okay, don't mind me. Just keep talking. I'm not even here. I'm just a shoulder pad full of hot air.
Calm down, Ella. I got something for you.
And I got something for you.
I don't get it. People are always coming to the zoo and laughing at me. I gotta think about why they do that. Just lay my head down and think. Why are they always laughing at me?
I'm screaming with excitement because I asked for a big job and they gave me the biggest. I'm a towel boy for Mr. Big. Morning, your bigness. You need anything? Another fresh towel, perhaps?
Our studio audience is so happy to be out. It is time once again for young guys from Minnesota living together in a house. Sounds like a new sitcom, doesn't it? Well, these guys set up a video camera in a box with a hole in it because they're very lonely. And they wanted to catch their buddies freaking out when a fake rat went across their kitchen floor. I'd like to see that.
And the camera's going to be right in that box right there. Okay, now let's do a trial run here. It's going to be walking right like this and see this. Oops, there it goes. Wow! Oh, God! There was one! Oh, I just saw it! Holy! They just ran across this. No way. I'm not kidding you. Hey! Ran from that side and that. Where are they? Hey, geez!
I am very excited, and I'm sure you can tell, because a cool LA fitness expert, Mark Harrigian, is actually here, and he's going to help me get all pumped up for the rest of the show. I always wear a suit when I work out. Okay, Saget, let's go. Okay. This guy's the best trainer. Do it. Okay. Do it. Okay. I can feel my muscles pumping already. Here I go. Thank you. Thank you for reacting so honestly. Look at me. 6 months ago, I only used this stuff to blow my nose. Cardio. Cardio would be good. This helps me to keep my heart rate up, not the exercise, him yelling at me. Program the climber. Program the climber. Just hit this. I got it. Okay. I never thought climbing stairs could be so much fun. I can't wait till they come out with a weed whacking simulator. That'll be Shut up and climb. Shut up and climb. I can't shut up. I have to work. There's only one thing. Faster. Okay. There's only one thing better for you than working out, and that's dancing. I'm not asking you to dance, but you have good eyes. I don't know why I'm asking them, because they can't even hear me. They're in the videos dancing, the people that you're going to see. Boy, we're having fun. Do it. I am? Faster. I am.
Gotta sing, gotta dance on a rooftop. Hold my purse, stretch my pants on a rooftop. I can spin like a top with the greatest of class. Then in front of my friends, I fall right on my... on a rooftop.
They tried to tell us we're too young. So why aren't they stopping us from doing this?
Ladies and gentlemen, place your bets for Enrico, the human roulette wheel. Betting is now closed, and Enrico spins, and the wall wins again. At the chauvinistic pig school in some country I'm not trashing, the students practice their final exam. By the time they hit junior high, these boys will probably have mirrors on their shoes.
If you think you have a funny or amazing home video, then send your tape to our regular address, because we've got a weekly contest worth $15,000. For full contest rules, write this address. Remember, we're not responsible for lost or misdirected tapes. And please do our screeners a favor and include a note telling them what to look for.
It's the weekend,
And the Honda automobile plant in Marysville, Ohio is closed. Everybody's gone home. Well, almost everybody. So this is a good time to show you around. 10,000 Americans built 3 out of every 5 Hondas sold in America right here in Ohio. Did you know that? Well, we won't take up any more of your time. After all, it is the weekend.
There's a new winner in mustards. In a nationwide taste test, new Hellman's Dijonnaise creamy mustard blend beat the leading mustard by 2 to 1. You know, when I opened up that lunchbox and I saw that my sweetheart had made that ham sandwich with delicious new Hellman's Dijonnaise, well, I knew I was in love.
Oh, nothing beats new Hellman's Dijonnaise.
I love running in like that. Everybody has their favorite sport. Mine, of course, is the art of paper mache. Now, you see this guy right here? I made him out of newspaper and paste. I'm sorry, but I'm not too happy with the head. But no, I'm sorry, but I might have to take it apart and start over. But before I do that, why don't we watch some of your favorite sports? I was just kidding about that whole thing. You're a good sport. You're not upset, are you? No. And it talks.
You all know the babe? This is the boob. Now the graduate of the Jerry Lewis Hang Gliding School.
I'm running. Hello, nice tree. Oh, wait till they see my special mount-dismount combo.
Mommy, can you come over here and help us?
Say please.
Please, can you?
Nope. You just got to do something awkward for me and I'll record it. Good boy.
This is a health spa in Flem Falls, Sweden. The spa boasts 2 favorite activities, mountain biking and mud bathing.
There's a right way and a wrong way to do everything. For example, this would be the wrong way to host a show, right? You know, you guys look great. I never get to see you people. How you doing? See, now that was the right way to kiss up, see? Now here are the right and the wrong ways to do all kinds of stuff.
This is not how to play like Ringo Starr. This is how to play and eventually see Ringo Stars. If you want your kids to eat melon the right way, cut it up for them so they don't wind up catapulting it into the air hoping to hit their mouth. Here's an important one. When operating stereo equipment, here is the very first rule. The operator should be over 16, not the volume control. How to properly eat out of a bowl. You really should have a spoon. We'll discuss the proper use of a spoon next season.
Look at her, Mom. I got to do that in the Bob Saget. I got it.
This is how to eat a fortune cookie if you're a spy. Memorize your fortune, and then immediately destroy the evidence. Now, even though there may be ketchup at the end of it, it's important to remember your finger is not a French fry.
You ever get nervous speaking in front of people and maybe, you know, get a nervous speech pattern going and everyone, you know, notices it but you? Well, you know, it happened to Joe, Thompson, and, well, just so you know, it wasn't, you know, she kept saying, oh, dear.
I'm a dancer. Somebody said, do you sing? I said, yeah, I sing. Very badly, but I sing. Oh, dear. Speaking of talent, what was that? I'll talk to you after the show is over, Kevin. Oh, dear. Speaking of... I think I'm missing something. What?
How many of you have ever gotten married in Spain? Huh, that's going to make this clip stand out even more.
Some wedding guests in Spain care mainly about the game. Let me explain. I think I've got it. Okay, we're looking at a Spanish wedding ceremony. Right now, we're panning over, and now we're zooming in on a member of the congregation who, instead of following the ceremony, is following the play-by-play of a soccer game on his headphones. Now, nobody would have even known if his team hadn't scored the winning goal.
What are you gonna do? This message is geared to, and this is very specific, all you elementary school principals. That is specific. We've got a special assignment for you. We want you to take part in Read America's nationwide summer assignment, where elementary school principals, that would be you, because it's specific, challenge each student to read at least 5 books over summer vacation. Now, how do you take part, you ask? Well, you dare your students to read the books, and they dare you to do something truly unprincipled, like climbing up a greased flagpole, or getting into a water balloon fight with the kids, or riding a cow backwards into the lunchroom, or get in a water balloon fight with a cow, or do what Principal Bill Hopper in Vincennes, Indiana did. His students read 18,000 books, and this is what he did for them. Here's where we come in. Next fall, we want you to send in home videos of what your students got you to do. We're going to pick our favorite and fly that principal and their family out here for a taping, and who knows, maybe even the pig. Take it around town, maybe I'll take it to dinner. I'll be reminding you about this during the summer, so principals, start thinking about what you're willing to do, and students, start reading. Now, I'm going over to my cushy chair to read, because I'd love to see my producer kiss a pig. Sorry, boss. Excuse me.
You heard what Bob iterated. Let me reiterate. This summer, we want all you elementary school principals to take part in Read America's special summer assignment. Your students will read tons of books, and we'll get funny home video of you doing something wild and crazy. For further information, write to Read America, Box 4000, Shepherdstown, West Virginia, 25443, or call 304-876-0569.
It's me, your mother. Call me back and we can have a nice long chat. Oh, I know it's long distance, but I also know you rent all your movies at that lovely Blockbuster video place. And I heard they're giving everyone up to 3 hours of free long distance from Sprint just for renting 2 videos, even if you're not a Sprint customer. Now, you don't have to use all 3 hours talking to me. I know you have your friends. But you won't be calling anybody for free if you don't get into Blockbuster. Do it now for your mother.
It's hard to describe when you hold your child for the very first time. You feel that little hand. You hear that little cry. You realize you're responsible for someone else. It changes your priorities. It even changes what you drive.
The 1992 Toyota Previa, along with standard driver's side airbag and optional anti-lock brakes. It's the only van to meet all passenger car Federal Motor Vehicle safety standards. Toyota Previa.
Changes everything.
Tostitos, restaurant-style tortilla chips. You've never had it this good. Tostitos. This is the taste that takes you there.
Rehearsal, be up front. Hey, you're not thinking bees, you're thinking honey. New roasted honey nut Skippy peanut butter. Bet you'd like to skip to the Skippy right now. Yeah, a new kind of Skippy, made with real honey and roasted nuts. An awesome new taste. Hey, showtime. Better buzz back. Incredible. Why don't you skip to the Skippy too? Everybody's skipping a new roasted honey nut Skippy.
Tonight, Scott,
Bullets that make you go.
you've got to come back with me.
Where? Back to the future.
A network television premiere.
Things that make you go.
Unbelievable. Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, Back to the Future 2, later tonight.
America, America, this is you.
This next segment we're going to show you is about, oh man, this is really embarrassing. Excuse me, could I have a hint of what I was supposed to introduce right now? Oh, gosh. Now I remember. It's acrobatic animals, the way it flew through the air. I love you. I always have. Watch this with me.
I am not performing today. Do you understand me? Oh, wait a minute. I'm feeling kind of weird. Hey, who greased my perch? Whoa, 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 whoa. Meow. Boy, my two favorite foods all in one, fish and fowl. Now, how can I get something this size into my bowl? Can't be too tough. Hey, bird. Meow.
I gotta get out of here.
Hi, Uncle.
Believe it, lady. You try living with a jackass for 2 years. Oh, sorry, didn't see your husband with you. Hey, jackass, forward my mail.
Let's listen in at the Debona Homa for the birds who are afraid of flying.
It's a great place, but who knew there were this many of us who were afraid of flying? Well, you let go of me, but I'm afraid of flying. I know, I heard the intro. I just walked in from Dallas, and boy, are my talons calloused. What? Say that again? Well, I can't, because I'm trying to hold on right now with my beam. Does that magician rig his props? Apparently not.
You know what I love about being in the backyard? You can wear your old bathrobe with black socks, and you don't have to shave. Although Mrs. McElroy down the street does that in her front yard. They just took her away. If only she'd stayed in her backyard like these fine folks.
Danny, your giant toy tube is all the way back here in my radicchio garden, and there's nothing worse for your salad than crushed radicchio. Oh, you and your radicchio. I love my toy tube. I'd be crushed if anything ever happened to it.
Ingrid's doing her final routine. She's once again displaying what's made her top in the playground by displaying her bottom in the playground. And she has a rather unique dismount, which we'll never see. You know, I can't believe these kind of tapes either. Why is he taping himself? Why isn't he getting off the ladder to move it? And if these are his work habits, why is he still with us?
Good lady. Now shake my paw. Now shake my other paw. Now balance this paw with your nose. No walk for you.
One of our producers on the show, I won't say who it is, but his name is Henry, spends literally thousands of hours editing together funny clips set to music. We lovingly refer to this as our music montage. Well, this one's even more special because the song chosen this week is from this century. And it's Tutti Frutti. It's used as the glue for our Simon America ice cream. I said that really weird, like Ernie on Sesame. Used as the glue. You know, I never say this seriously, but tonight I'm going to try. I'm still going to try. Tonight, we're giving away $15,000 in prize money. That's $10,000 for first place, $3,000 for second, and $2,000 for third. Our producers, who approve this music and every single word of the script every week, have narrowed the field down to 3 choices, and I will tell you what they are as soon as this annoying music stops. Great, here we go. Goose Gorilla, sent in by Cecil and Joyce Showalter from Stanton, Virginia.
I've played tag with tigers, I've played tag with giraffes, I've played tag with rhinos, but I don't like the way this little guy plays tag.
Hey, you're it.
Whoa. Surprise rat sent in by John Guillen and Ton Resig from St. Paul, Minnesota. Oh dear, sent in by Charles and Diane Quinnett and Joe Thompson from Texas.
I think I'm missing something. What? Oh, dear.
Studio audience, think of this as something new. A primary with 3 good choices. And lock in your votes right now.
Who will win the $10,000 first place prize this week? We'll find out in a moment. Last year, Motor Trend's top 10 list of best buys named Dodge Shadow ES the best American EconoSport, Dodge Spirit RT the best American sports sedan, and Dodge Caravan the best American minivan. But now that this year's Motor Trend list is out, the picture has changed slightly.
Get up to $1,500 cash back on select cars during the Dodge Dare to Compare Challenge.
The race is on to make batteries that last longer. And today's Duracell batteries can even outrun the ones we made just a few years ago. Today's Duracell. You can't top the copper top.
Remember, every time you breathe out,
And use smoked salmon.
someone else may be breathing in.
Excellent.
Try Breath Saver sugar-free mints with the core of confidence and share them.
Monday, Sybil Shepherd is back.
You have to sit that way?
She's Detective Stormy Weathers.
Only strippers are called Stormy.
And she's picked up some nasty habits.
Mea culpa, sisters!
The hoods are hot on her heels, and her boss wants everything else.
I don't kiss the clients. Kill the engine!
Sybil Shepherd is in way over her head as Stormy Weathers, Monday.
I'll be back.
Okay, now the results of this studio audience's intelligent voting. Thank you very much. You look different today. What is it? I know what it is. You changed the part in the hair on your back. Yeah, and it works. It really does. And now the results of our studio audience voting, which I said just moments ago. The second place winner is, oh dear, sent in by Charles and Diane Quinnett and Joe Thompson from Texas. Okay, here it is. The winner of the $10,000 in this week's funniest home video is Surprise Rat, sent in by John Guillen and Ton Resig from St. Paul, Minnesota. How you doing? You got to learn to get excited. How you doing? You're really happy about this. Is this your idea, this whole thing?
No, it was actually John's.
John, now, what was your job in this whole thing?
I was to pull the rat when I saw the feet coming across the floor.
You were the rat puller?
Yeah.
And your function?
I was a shooter.
You were the shooter?
That's correct.
And he was the rat puller, and you set up a lot of people. You set up, like...
We set up about 25 people and told them we had rats, and they traded in, and you saw, like, the 4 best ones.
So you sent in this tape because you had seen us ask for tapes when one of our Simon & America things, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that really true? Am I just putting words in your mouth?
No.
So you watch this show a lot?
All the time.
You and your buddies when you're not pulling rats across the floor?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. You just won 10 grand, and what are you going to do with the money?
No idea.
You going to buy a bigger stuffed rat to pull across the floor?
You betcha.
Well, thanks for playing along. I'll see you guys at $100,000 show.
Right.
Take it easy. Oh, man. I hate when the show's over. Rats. Well, that's another one, and another finalist for a $100,000 contest just weeks away. So, keep those cameras safely rolling. And, honey, you know what? Let's read a book together tonight. I'll read the left pages, and you read the right, and then we'll have something to talk about while we make out. Sorry. Good night.
Stories from his friends next door.
This is Charles Gibson.
And Joan London.
Why do men seldom think about seeing a doctor? This week, what men should do to keep their health in check.
Also Robert Redford, Aaron Neville, Carly Simon, and Whitney Houston on Good Morning America.
Stay tuned for America's Funniest People. Next.
Monday.
Could we borrow your baby for a few minutes?
The headline that shocked the nation.
There's a piece of me going.
The real story of Baby Phillip on FBI, The Untold Stories. Then,
Sheriff's office underground, underground!
at home, a father.
Pay it behind your back.
On the streets, a dealer.
Oh, my God.
Monday, it all comes to an end on American Detective.
Heads up, Bob. Baseball season's here.
Yeah, Bob. Time to collect the new Topps McDonald's Gold Cards at Mickey D's.
A 44-card limited edition series available only at McDonald's.
And right now, a pack of 5 gold cards is just 99 cents when you buy any McDonald's extra value meal, featuring large fries and a medium Coke Classic.
99 cents with the purchase of an extra value meal. Now that's a great deal.
Bob, that's just using your head.
I agree, Bob.
What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
On your way to any party, stop at Dunkin' Donuts. Time to make the minis. Pick up new Dunkin' Donuts minis. They bring a lot to the party.
Hi, Freddie.
Time to make more minis. New minis are a fraction the size of our regular donuts, and they come in the most entertaining varieties. So take our new minis to your next party. They're perfect for small occasions.
Meet the real Doogie Howsers, Monday at 5.
Tonight, from the fabulous Universal Studios, Florida, we have a tour bus loaded with $15,000 in weekly cash prizes on America's Funniest People. And now, here are the drivers of our tour bus, guiding you straight into Comedy Land, Dave Coulier and Arlene Sorkin.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the show, Dave.
Arlene, please, you're in my line. Okay.
It's been like this ever since we arrived in Florida. Golf, golf, golf.
Let's see, now if I can play a little hook off camera 3 and get through the door, I can save par.
I don't think you're that good.
Hey, I play in the low 80s.
I know, but if it gets any hotter, you stay home.
Good one, good one. 4. I guess I got a little handicap.
You're telling me. I think we better tee off with our first clip.
Okay. You throw that ball back?
Hi, this is my impression of a guy that would do anything to get on television.
Come on, get a grip, Arlene. We got a full round of laughs to prepare for tonight.
On America's Funniest People.
Hey, nice butt.
Excuse me?
Putt. Putt. Putt.
celebrity impressions coming up next.
Arlene, I know celebrities, and I know impressions.
Dave is one of the few people who does a perfect Bruno Kirby. Even Mrs. Kirby is fooled.
I know funny, and this next tape is funny because it features stars in absurd situations. Now that's funny, Arlene.
And so is this. Watch.
I know funny. Check it out.
This is my impression of Elvis Presley doing Steve Urkel. Priscilla, baby, I fell down, I can't get up.
This is Don King. Now, this is our version of Don King.
My man is going to knock you out.
This is our impression of Cher.
Thank you, Jenny.
Jumping off a bridge. 1, 2, 3.
This is my impression of Edward Scissorhands doing Michael Jackson.
I kid you a lot about your famous finger trick, but it really is a classic.
Oh, that's very kind. And I've kidded you about your attempt at magic over the past season, and I was right.
Be that as it may, maybe some of the folks here in Orlando haven't seen your finger bit. I was right. They haven't seen it. Now, moving on. Here are some other tricksters I know you haven't seen.
I can hold this cup like this and like this.
Hi, I'm Bob Custa, and I'm starting a new fitness craze for 90. It's facial aerobics. Please watch.
I have a solution for all harried mothers whose hands are too busy to do too many things at one time. Learn to tie shoes with your feet.
There's a saying that those with limited means must make a choice between investing in fashion or art.
Well, and you must have one heck of an art collection.
Who made you a critic? As a matter of fact, I bought a couple of new paintings, and I'm going to ask our friends from this old shack to hang them.
Oh, Randy and Joe Bob. Well, before you make any commitments, I'd watch these two guys in action. They couldn't hang meat.
Hi again. I'm Randy Bob. This here's Joe Bob.
Today we're going to show you the fine art of picture hanging.
We'll be using this here antique portrait of our great-granddaddy, old Jedediah Bob.
Well, here goes.
Look at the damage you caused here, Joe Bob. I'll show you the right way to hammer in a nail. Now watch this.
Wait till Randy Bob sees I put up the picture all by myself. Ooh, one more hit ought to do it.
Hey, Joe Bob, where'd you put that dolly? Now, Joe Bob is taking the time to support stud behind the plaster.
It ain't there, Randy Bob.
Now, what we need is something to feel around for the stud with. This saw blade will do.
I wonder why Randy Bob didn't plug this in.
Not only have we hung old Jedediah Bob in a place of honor, but we've discovered something even more important.
Our old flasher and partner, Billy Bob.
Hey, see y'all next time on This Old Shack.
Keep your pencil and paper handy, because later we'll tell you where to write for information on how you may take part in performing on our show.
America's Funniest People will be right back.
Mercury Sable continues to distinguish itself as a leader in automotive design. This year, we redesigned the exterior, the interior, the instrument panel, and equipped it with dual airbags, a feature not offered by any other manufacturer in this class. Other than that, we've pretty much left it alone. All this and the quality of a Mercury.
You know, there's real magic in Diet Pepsi. It's got that special aha ingredient. You got the right one, baby. Hey. Okay, girls. Now, what's that magic ingredient?
With 100% uh-huh.
Attention veterans, America's funniest people in the United States Marine Corps Fight Attack Helicopter Squadron from Camp Pendleton, California, have joined forces for this next musical campaign. Man those choppers, Semper Fi, Gung Ho, and all that stuff.
Down, round, get around, I get around.
Down, round, get around, I get around.
Yeah.
Get around, round, round, I get around.
I get around.
Get around, round, round, I get around.
From town to town.
I'm a real cool head. I get around, lots of friends. I get around, I'm getting fun, driving up and down the same road. I gotta find a new place where the kids are happy. My buddies and me are getting real well known. Yeah, the bad guys know us and they leave us alone.
I get around, yeah.
Round, round, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. Real cool head. I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. Get around.
To sum up the philosophy of this show, what would you say?
Well, I'd say, why are you using the word philosophy? The key here is baggy pants, funny hats, and a whoopee cushion.
Right. And I guess we should title this next segment, What in the World Will They Do Next?
Hi, I'm Tony, and I'm here with a recipe for holiday dressing. You like the outfit? I saw it in the window, and I had to have it. Ladies and gentlemen, head juggling.
Pardon me, Arlene, but I think there's a gorilla in our midst.
Maybe he's just passing through.
Okay, I'll help. I'll do your introduction. Of course, I don't know what this next tape is about, so we'll all be surprised.
So a small recipe from my Aunt Gretchen. Now, Aunt Gretchen was a very good cook. Now, she cooked for everybody, see, and holiday recipes and everything, but she'd always feed everyone, and she'd sometimes run out of food. So what she did was she came up with this chicken towel recipe. Now, you get a towel from anywhere. They're giving these away free at any local hotel. Well, what you do is you fold it up so it looks like a hot dog bun, and then you fold it like this, and you reach in here and you pull it, and you reach in here and you pull it, and you reach in here and you pull it, and the reason it's called the chicken towel is because you pull it. Anyway, there's the chicken towel. Well, it doesn't look like a chicken towel. See what you have to do. You grab it like this, like this, like this, and you get, there's your chicken.
I'm trapped in a maze of doom.
Okay, video games are for kids.
Well, not this one. I'm doing my taxes on this new audit boy. Oh, no, I slipped into the dungeon of deductions. Oh, all my entries are lost.
Speaking of entries, watch these next Game Boys as they turn your favorite Nintendo heroes into a virtual reality.
Here's the bill from my accountant.
Oh, my, put it away.
Hi, Tommy. Do you want to play a game? Okay. Oh, look, here's my brother's old electric football game. Let's play this. Okay, let me set my guys. I'm on offense. Ready? Go! Boy, that was stupid. Let's just go in the TV room again, okay? Go ahead and set it for 2 players. I'm up first. Okay, ready? Go!
Honey. Now, when I'm not around, I want your folks to get you the special thing coming up on this next tape. What?
How many times has this happened to you? Company's coming, and you just can't get those darn bananas peeled. Well, don't get sad. Get glad, because here's the Banana-Matic 2000, the fast and fun way to peel your next banana. It's easy. Just watch. Put the banana into the Banana-Matic. Attach the space-age peeler clips. Push down on the vertical stripping shocks. Give a pull on the patented peeler rings. And presto, a perfectly peeled banana in just seconds. No muss, no fuss, just a perfectly peeled banana every time. And your fingers never touch that yucky banana peel. And disposal is a snap. With the Banana-Matic 2000, you can peel 100 bananas in just under 2 hours. Do it today, and you'll be peeling bananas next week. A product of Chicha Productions Limited.
Blondie, pick 2.
I'll take these 2.
All right. Ah, wise guy, eh?
Nice try. But when it comes to playing the Stooge, the Weisenheimers, in this next video extravaganza, definitely give us Mo.
Hey, Mo! Hey, Mo! Well, yup, 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 yup.
If you have a quick joke or funny talent, you could compete in next season's weekly contest worth $15,000. We might be videotaping soon in your neighborhood, so call us anytime to find out how you might be on our show.
These
days, we're all making changes.
And you're going to like the ones we're making at M&M Mars.
Because they mean value.
We'll send you 5 cents for every regular and king-size M&M Mars wrapper you send us.
And we're lowering the prices of M&M's family packs.
You still get great quality. It's just a better value.
And that's change we can all feel good about.
M&M Mars. We're bringing America change.
Look for money-saving coupons and refund certificates in your Sunday newspaper.
Boy, I had kind of a big year in my garden. So we're going to be making a lot of salads at Wendy's. It'll be a nice change of pace. Taco salads with rich and meaty chili, deluxe garden salad, and a delicious new grilled chicken salad with a breadstick. My daughter Wendy's idea. Made fresh every day because that's the way they're best.
It's Dave's Salad Days at Wendy's. 5 salads that are fresh, fast, and ready to go.
I think I used too much water.
With one of the highest resale values in its class and proven Honda reliability, the Accord truly is a safe place to put your money.
Do you get diarrhea, too?
Diarrhea sneaks upon you when you least expect it. I take KO Pectate, and it works. KO Pectate stops the diarrhea fast. It really does. I guarantee it.
Your breakfast, sir. This new Kellogg's Frosted Bran is quite sensible. Crispy flakes with whole wheat and bran, lightly frosted for a taste that's delicious. I love it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I love it. And new Kellogg's Frosted Bran has less sugar than you'd imagine, but the taste, it's out of...
We've got to stop serving this. New Kellogg's Frosted Bran, wildly delicious, sensibly good.
Next, you've got to come back with me.
Where? Back to the future.
They're back. Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, Back to the Future 2, next.
You've got a backstage pass for an intimate look at one of today's hottest stars.
I love to perform.
Join Whitney Houston with special guest Kevin Costner.
He's a music lover.
Whitney Houston, This Is My Life, Wednesday.
Scented rap tapes this year.
I know, it took me weeks to unwrap them.
No, Dave, I meant rap music, but here's a tape you may want to re-wrap and take home because it is all about you.
Sounds fascinating.
Yeah, it's kind of a gift wrap. Watch. Hi, we're the Sisters of Kappa Alpha Beta from Rollins College. This is a song for Dave. We see you on America's Funniest People a lot. You're the host of the show and we think you're hot. Sunday nights all the theaters watch the show. And that's what all the funny jokes that you know. We only could meet you how nice it would be. So why don't you fly us to Hollywood for free? You better buy Lee, she's such a fun. There's only one of her, but there's 60 of us.
A little curious, what inspired you girls to sing about me? Was it my my charm, my athletic ability, my deep blue eyes? What was it?
Actually, Dave, we were hoping to get a little bit closer to John Stamos, but we came here and we're on the wrong show.
Why, I oughta... Well, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us. We brought this shirt for John, but you'll just have to do. Wear it with pride.
Thank you, I will, and thanks for stopping by. Take it away, Arlene.
It's that time in the show where we never pull our punches or our punchlines.
We've been married 35 years, and he comes home the other night and hands me 2 aspirin and a glass of water. I said, I don't have a headache. And he said, I got you.
These are bowling impressions. This is something you'll never hear in a bowling alley. Well, the owner of a white Mercedes-Benz... Thank you very much.
What's the difference between a brunette and a garbage can full of trash? What? At least the trash gets taken out once a week.
All right, listen up. The producers have chosen the 3 finalists. Now it's time for the audience to make their decision.
Thank you. Now, the third place winner takes home $2,000.
Second place winner, $3,000, and the grand prize winner earns $10,000.
Here are the 3 finalists in random order. Finalist number 1 is Edward Scissorhands doing Michael Jackson, Nick Campbell of Waterford Township, Michigan.
Finalist number 2 is Headache Joke, Delois and Mac Ward of Los Angeles, California.
We've been married 35 years, and he comes home the other night and hands me a 2 aspirin and a glass of water. I said, I don't have a headache. And he said, I got you.
And finalist number 3 is Don King impression, Petrolina Bomay of Portales, New Mexico.
This is Don King. Now, this is our version of Don King.
My mem is going to knock you out. So, while the studio audience ponders their choices and selects their favorites,
You folks at home, join in the fun and select yours.
and we'll be right back with all the winners. And I know winners, believe me.
Who will win our $10,000 grand prize this week? We'll find out in a moment.
Don't go away. America's funniest people will be right back.
Another beautiful morning.
There's no one like you.
Another delicious Burger King breakfast.
Maybe I'll have a tasty breakfast buddy at Burger King for just 59 cents. And I get coffee and hash browns for just $1 more.
What do you say? What do you say?
Eat this. I can't wait until tomorrow morning.
It's a delicious morning, and I'm here with Dave McCarthy.
Right away at Burger King now.
In high school, Sharon Simpson used to call me Pinhead. So at the 10-year class reunion, I drive up in my new Eagle Talon TSI all-wheel drive.
And what did she say?
Nice car, Pinhead.
My big brother says his Eagle Talon has 195 horses under the hood.
Oh, so you're looking for the horsies.
No, I'm checking out the intercooled turbocharger.
Tuesday's got...
Shows that make you go.
Oh, it just doesn't get any better than that.
It's a Mother's Day makeover.
Dad's gonna go crazy when he sees you. Are you kidding? Look at me. I can do way better than him.
Roseanne. Then, will Christine leave Hayden for the Big Apple?
I want to do something New York.
An all-new coach.
Okay, give me your wallet.
Shows that make you go.
The audience has made their decision.
The envelope leaves. Thank you, Oscar.
Okay, the second place winner is Headache Joke, Delois and Mac Ward.
And the grand prize $10,000 winner is Scissorhands doing Michael Jackson.
Well, that's it for this week. Join us next time for more of America's Funniest People.
And remember,
No funny.
no money.
Good night.
Travel and promotional consideration provided by Universal Studios Florida, the only place on Earth where you can ride the movies. No one makes believe like we do.
Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd star in the network television premiere of Back to the Future Part 2. Next.
Monday, Sybil Shepherd is a full-time private eye out to prove she's still got what it takes to bag the bad guys. An ABC World Television premiere, Sybil Shepherd is Stormy Weathers.
Only strippers are called Stormy.
Monday.
Still to come on this odd little experiment that we call Telehell-A-VISION. Before the Department of Education gets stripped down to the irreducible minimum, Richard Dreyfus and a who's who of stars and dignitaries from the past school you on historical events on the Great American History Quiz from 1998. And coming up in just moments from now, the salad days of Mr. Family Feud, Steve Harvey, as we look at original broadcasts of 2 episodes from his first major sitcom, Me and the Boys. One episode is definitely the pilot, and another features a guest appearance by the Four Tops. And, if you're really lucky, an appearance by Junior Lavelle. Don't Google him, he doesn't actually exist. But before we continue, here's a quick look at our latest dispatch from the 9 Circles of Hell in an episode of Telehell that may or may not already be on the air right now wherever you stream podcasts. Again, long story, but here's what we're doing anyway.
This week on Telehell.
I think now would be a good time for you to make your move.
Tonight, the ultimate game show.
We're giving away $1 million here.
We go for the money.
But there's a catch.
If you take the million,
Then you have to agree never to see each other again.
Suzanne Plachette and Gil Gerard must choose between a hot romance.
I think I'm in love with her.
Or a cool million for love or money.
Listen to Telehell wherever you stream podcasts or at telehell.libsyn.com.
Extra.
William, don't you touch those Cheetos.
Grandma?
Give it here. I don't want you getting too filled up before dinner.
Grandma, come on. Do you really think a person could get filled up on a little bag like that?
Well, I'll let you know.
Andrew, give me the other bag of Cheetos up there.
Grandma said you can't have any.
No, she said I couldn't touch them. She didn't say anything about you. Just get them for me.
William. You're a bad influence.
Me? I'm not going to be the one who's in trouble with Daddy.
I didn't do anything.
Uh-huh. You left your skateboard in the driveway.
Uh-oh.
Daddy's home. Okay, Andrew. All right, now I brought your skateboard in. That was your job. You remember our deal?
Yeah, now I have to do a job for you.
That's right. Which is why this month you're going to be paying the mortgage.
Daddy?
Okay, I'll tell you what. I left my gym bag in the car. You go bring it in for me.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Will.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Artie. You do anything today I can brag to my friends about? Because I'm getting tired of making up stuff.
I got to be on my history test, and I didn't even have to study for it.
Artie, did it ever occur to you that if you had studied, you just might have gotten an A? And believe me, there's a big difference between B and A. Sit down, Artie. Now, I read in the paper today about how these people gave all their money to some guy because he said he was God. Now, without studying, what's your impression of this?
They got scammed. The guy's not God.
That's a B.
How come?
Because you didn't study, artist. I mean, what if this guy really is God? And what if you didn't give him all your money? Then when you get to heaven, this guy's standing at the gate waiting on you. What you gonna say then? Checks in the mail? You need more proof, son. You need to fill up a bathtub.
Huh?
Fill up a bathtub. The man say he God, right? The man say he wants your money. Then you say you want my money. You gonna have to walk across the water to get it. That's an A. You see the difference, son?
Yes, Dad.
You gonna study?
Yes, Dad.
Then we're cool. And, by the way, if that man does walk across the water, you come get your daddy. Because I got some lotto numbers I'm going to run by.
Me and the Boys, brought to you by Head & Shoulders, and Head & Shoulders 2-in-1 turns dandruff problems into great-looking hair.
Debbie, these shots are fabulous. Beautiful, Debbie.
Better than the last time, Tony?
Absolutely. It's my job to make sure people look good. A few weeks ago while doing test shots with Debbie, I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. You see, regular shampoos merely rinse flakes away, so they could come back. But look, Head & Shoulders help stop flakes from even forming. See the difference? Yeah, picture perfect. Head & Shoulders turns dandruff problems into beautiful hair.
Julia Murray is doing something her allergies and the pollen never let her do before. Enjoy watching one of the finest 9-year-olds ever to play the game. Thanks to Benadryl, the histamine blocker. Take Benadryl and take back your life.
Okay, I'm sensitive, so my skin's easily irritated. Well, now I found this. New Seriously Sensitive from Lubricant. It helps protect me from life's minor irritations.
New Seriously Sensitive from Lubriderm.
Friday, it's great new episodes of your favorite comedies on the season premiere of TGIF, where Steve Urkel is once again transformed
Wake me, shake me, and break me, but baby, don't forsake me.
into the ultra-cool Stefan Urkel. Family Matters. Then the guy's first day of high school is not to be believed. Boy Meets World, TGIF, Friday on ABC.
Morning, Mary.
Good morning, Stephen. Make you a pot of coffee. What you want, regular or decaf?
Just make it some decaf, thanks.
Daddy, William's gonna do something he's not supposed to do.
Better make it regular. Looks like I'm gonna need some edge here. Okay, so, what's he planning to do?
I don't know.
Okay, what you telling me for?
He was on the phone with Ronald, but he had to get off, so I didn't hear it. But don't worry, I'll find out.
Andrew, you gotta stop spying on William. He's your brother. It's not right. You may need a kidney someday. You know, you may have to go to William.
Why do I need William? When you give me your kidney, Daddy?
What? So you can leave it up on that school bus like that coat I bought you? You just need to stop sneaking around on your brother. You got that?
Yeah, Dad.
All right, then we're cool. There you go.
You think William's really up to something?
Oh, I know he is. He always is. William's God-given talent to be up to something. You look in my newspaper, he probably on the front page. Where's my paper anyway?
I don't know.
But you hide it again?
Yep.
Mary.
Stephen, there's always something in that paper to drive you crazy. Now, I don't need you ranting and raving about which guy is God and which guy isn't God. Tomorrow is Sunday. I'll go to church and ask him myself.
Mary, the paper, please.
No.
You know, this is my house.
Then I'll just move out.
Oh, no, you won't. See, I know you. You won't take 2 steps towards that door before all that crying and moaning is going to start, and you'll be right back here before the door closes.
Oh, really? You think I'm going to be crying and moaning?
I was talking about me.
Oh,
What makes you so sweet? Well, you did, lady. The day I married your daughter, I remember you said to me, be sweet to her, or you was going to take the top of my head off with a grapefruit knife.
And you were sweet to her. You sure were.
Well, she's not around anymore, but I still got that sweetness habit. And plus, I got to be sweet to somebody, because I sure don't want to waste it on them boys.
Okay, I'll get your paper. Dad, you know, Deanne's birthday's next week. And I wanted to do something real special, but I'm a little short on cash. Uh-huh. So, you know, I thought I'd come to you, Dad.
Sorry, artist. But after that $12 gas money I gave you last Thursday, you currently owe me $125,000. As a result of that, the First National Bank of Daddy is closed.
Well, Dad, how about if I work for you at the video store this afternoon?
No, that's another B, son. Just like your history test. You keep doing just enough and no more. But see, if you work all the time, then you'd have the cash all the time. You see what I'm saying, artist?
Yeah. Should ask Grandma for the money.
That's an 8. That's it. Finally, I am getting through to you, son. Yes.
I'll go get ready, Dad.
Oh, here we go. William, you need to get down here, son.
What's making you all crazy now?
I know what he's planning. He's going to that R-rated movie Gravedigger 4 tonight.
How do you know that?
Because we got 1, 2, and 3 down at the video store. He begged me to let him see them, and I said no. William!
Stephen, you're just guessing. You can't punish the boy before he does something wrong.
Yes, I can. Because I'm all in the mood for it now. And by the time the boy finally do something, I may be too tired.
Hear that?
Hey, Will.
What's up?
Nothing. Just wanted to look at you.
You called me all the way down here just to look at me?
Well, why not? I paid for you, didn't I? See, look, son, man done paid as much for something as I have for you. Got the right to just take it out and look at it every once in a while. You can go. Oh, man, they done made another one of them Gravedigger pictures. This is great.
I thought you hated those movies.
What, you kidding? I love them. They're big sellers down at my video store.
Well, if you love them so much, how come you never let me see any of them?
Because I told you, son, they're bad for you. They just teach you all the wrong stuff.
So all my friends have seen Gravedigger, and I haven't. I'm left out. It's a very lonely feeling, Daddy.
I know, son. At your age, you probably can't think of anything worse than feeling lonely. But I can. And if I catch you down at that movie, you're going to find out what it is. You got that, will you?
Yeah.
All right, then we're cool. Oh, he's going.
You got a date tonight, Daddy?
Yes, I do, son.
What do you know about this lady Larry set you up with?
Well, she's a buyer down at a department store, and she's supposed to be nice.
Hey, Daddy, she's pretty, she's fine. Artie, at your father's age, pretty doesn't matter. As long as she's got a good heart and she likes children, that ought to be enough.
Definitely enough.
Mm.
Put it right here, big fella. Yeah. Love you, man. Bye-bye. Hey, William. What you getting into tonight?
Just gonna hang out with Ronald.
Okay, well, have a good time.
You still think he's going to defy you?
Oh, definitely. See, I know my boys. See, Artis and Andrew, they listen to the spirit of the law. If I say, don't let me catch you in one of those pictures, they don't go. William, he listens to the letter of the law. If I say, don't let me catch you, he figures it's okay to go as long as I don't catch him.
Yeah, but I bet you don't know your boys like you think you do.
Did I hear you say bet? Miss, I'm sticking with the Buffalo Bills?
You did.
I'm in.
Okay, I win. You do the laundry for the week.
Fine. I win. You got to make me one of those sweet potato pies you're always talking about is too much trouble.
Oh, okay, you're on.
That'll be Larry. I can already taste my pie all up around my mouth. I'll see you, Mary.
What are you going to be doing tonight?
Well, William's going down to the Gravedigger movie. Obviously, he wants to be scared. Can't let the boy down.
Chew on this. Down in Austin, the hottest places to eat ribs are the hardest places to brush your teeth. Now chew on this. Chewing Trident with NutraSweet after meals can actually help you fight cavities. So when you can't brush, chew on this. Trident. Chew on this. Now when you can't brush after meals, there's a great new Trident flavor. New Strawberry Breeze with NutraSweet helps your mouth fight cavities with a refreshing fruit taste. So when you can't brush, chew on this. New Trident Strawberry Breeze.
Your license plate number is 039EYC. Call within 30 seconds to win $100,000. That's right. Call 555-2445 now, and that money is all yours. We're waiting, but you better hurry. There's only 20 seconds left. Call 555-2445 now. Hurry. Boy, 100 grand on the line and only seconds left to claim it.
Need a little more room in your jeans?
3, 2, 1. Aww.
Try Lee, the brand that fits.
You might be confused by all the different types of pain relievers and all their claims, but your doctor isn't. They call one type NSAIDs, like aspirin, ibuprofen, and the latest pain reliever with the main ingredient naproxen sodium. The pain reliever in Tylenol is different from all these, especially when it comes to your stomach. To varying degrees, every NSAID brand can sometimes cause the side effect of stomach irritation. Tylenol won't. The choice is clear. Tylenol, the pain reliever hospitals use most.
Suddenly, CoverGirl introduces a whole new look of natural for your skin. New fragrance-free, clean makeup.
The new makeup made for close-up. 100% fragrance-free. Blends in so easily. Now you see it, now you don't. Even here, even close up. And it has clean eczema ingredients. So good to your skin.
New fragrance-free, clean makeup. Original, too. Natural. Beautiful.
Even close up.
Only from CoverGirl.
When Jill goes back to school, Tim goes through the roof.
Why don't you just tell me to go to clown college?
You're not funny enough and your feet are too small. It's the season premiere of Home Improvement, next on ABC.
Wednesday, Harry brings Grandpa to show and tell.
This girl's so cool. You know what else? He's got a tiger tattooed on his butt.
And all new Thunder Alley, followed by All-American Girl.
Is there a chance a few of my friends could come over and see your tiger?
All new Wednesday on ABC.
I wasn't scared. I'm sensitive. Just wanted you to see that side of me. That's all.
Well, you need a cool drink, Mr. Sensitive.
Yes, please.
Now, you own a video store. Don't you ever see these movies when they come out on tape?
Yeah, but I watch them in reverse. That way the people are chasing the monster. But listen, I got a confession to make. I really brought you here tonight under some false pretense. I really didn't want to see this movie.
What do you mean?
Well, actually, I came here to catch my 13-year-old son in the act of defiance.
He was coming to this movie?
Well, that's what I thought, but I don't see him, so.
Oh, well, maybe all that screaming you did might have warned him off a little, huh?
I wasn't screaming.
Oh.
No. See, it's the air conditioning. It clogs up your ears. That's how you pop them. But I can understand your confusion.
But you know, it's really nice to meet a man who takes his job as a father seriously.
Well, you know, you got to nowadays, because it can be a pretty, pretty ugly world out there. But see, that's why I get on my boys about everything. See, I figure if I give them enough trouble at home, then they won't have to go out looking for none. I'm starving. You hungry?
I can always eat.
Oh, okay, well, we can get a hot dog right here for $450. Or we can go to this place I know.
What about Larry and Lorraine?
Oh, yeah, Larry, Lorraine, the people we came with. Stay in the theater. I'll be right back.
I'll tell her. You're so sensitive.
You just remember, that's a strong quality in a man.
This isn't Pinocchio. We're on Sarconi.
William. Oh, almost left. You almost got away with it. Almost feel bad.
All right, so what happens now?
Who brought you in here?
Nobody. Y'all snuck in.
Oh, no, William. See, I know you better than that. You done got some fool kid that looks old enough to get you in. Don't tell me no, because I know I'm right.
You're right.
And I bet his father doesn't know that he's here either. Am I right about that?
You're right.
And I can tell you something else, too. I bet his dad's going to be plenty mad when he finds out. I can guarantee it.
You're right again, Daddy.
Grandma, I thought you said you never played this game before.
No, baby. Grandma said she never played this game with you before. I win. Come on. Pay up.
Oh, man.
Pay up. Pay up. Pay up. Oh, okay. Here you go. Go on upstairs. Get ready for bed.
Come on, Dad. It was just a movie. I mean, you control my whole life. What I eat, where I go, what I do, everything.
William, I'm trying to give you the jump on a couple of things in life. While other kids out there wasting their brains watching these movies, I would hope that you'd be somewhere reading or studying, trying to make yourself better. So when somebody's hiring, you'd have that edge. You see, son, I'm not trying to control your life, just trying to make it possible for you to pick a good career from that list I gave you.
Okay.
But you know something, William? I'm not mad at you.
How come?
Because you just volunteered to collect all the old clothes in the whole neighborhood for the church clothing drive. I bet every house you go to, people gonna be saying, "Who's his daddy? What a fine job he's done raising that young fella."
All right, I'll start tomorrow.
Okay. Now get on upstairs.
Raisinette?
Sit down, Art.
Look, Dad, I needed the money for Deanne's birthday, and William paid me.
Artist, tell me something. When your mother was laying up there in labor with William, screaming real loud and calling me all kinds of bad names. Were you there?
Dad, I was only...
You were not there. And how about the time he had to go to the hospital because he split his forehead open with a crowbar pretending to be one of the Three Stooges? Were you there?
Dad, I was just...
You were not there. And a couple of days later, when he did it again... Were you there? No. You were not there. I was. And because I was, that makes him mine, not yours. See, artist, when you get your own son, you can do any fool thing you want to with him. But you're going to leave my son alone.
So what happens now?
Well, you heard what I told William he had to do, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
You think he might try to weasel out of that?
Definitely.
Well, since you're so anxious to play William's daddy, here's your chance. I want you to make sure that he does it. And if he doesn't do it, or he does it halfway, then you got to do it for him. Just like a real daddy. You got that?
Yes, Dad.
Okay.
Dad.
What?
Are we cool?
Mary, you knew my daddy.
We were neighbors for 26 years.
What do you think he'd have done to me if I'd have defied him like that?
He'd have whooped your butt.
Can't do that nowadays, can you? No, they done blew it. They done gave them kids a 1-800 number. Oh, they'll call in on you, too. 1-800, he's whipping my butt. I sure wish they'd have had this number when I was growing up. I'd have stayed on the phone. Hey, it's me. You know who it is. You need to have him get down here. He about to whip my butt again.
Oh, well, you're not the whooping kind anyway.
No, not really.
You're more upset about artists than William, aren't you?
Well, nothing a big fat piece of your sweet potato pie won't take care of.
I don't think so. Because, you see, that pie is famous for making messy, hard-to-remove stains. So I think that you better just take this and start sorting, Mr. Man.
Oh, wait, whoa. Excuse me? As I recall, I did say William would be down at that movie.
You did? And he was. But you gotta admit you were surprised to see artists.
Yeah, well, that's true. I didn't anticipate that.
And our bet was that you don't know your boys as well as you think you do.
Wait a minute. Now, you know that's not what I meant.
Maybe not, but you see, I listen to the letter of the law, not the spirit.
Okay. You don't think I can do the laundry, do you? Let me tell you something, lady. I did the laundry around here for 2 years before you came to stay. I can do the laundry now just like I did it then. Oh, boy! Me and the boys will continue in a moment here on ABC.
When Pop Secret pops, it's everything but secret. Once that rich, buttery aroma gets out, everyone wants in. Pop Secret popcorn, so irresistible you can't keep it a secret.
Well, I'm not interested in being 18 again. That's not what my life's about. It's not about looking younger. It's about looking great, right where I am. Oil of Olay. So sheer, so light, it penetrates quickly to boost skin's moisture renewal process, reducing the look of fine lines and wrinkles.
Looking great right now, here, 40. That's what's beautiful, right?
A lifetime of beautiful skin. Oil of Olay.
Well, are you going to have some?
What, milk chocolate? The kind that tugs at your soul, melting your willpower bit by bit, little end by little end? And you ask me if I'm going to have some?
It was just a question. You and your questions.
Sorry.
Wednesday, it's Roseanne's off-season premiere.
Oh, my weakness. Animal noises.
Find out the best-kept secret of the new television season.
Something should stay between a husband and a wife.
Which one do you want to be?
Roseanne, followed by Ellen, Wednesday on ABC.
Hey, Daddy, here's a movie you'll let me see.
Free Willy 2. You mean to tell me that whale was dumb enough to get caught a second time? You know, seem to me, if you see some guys coming at you in a boat with a big net and you don't get your butt out of there, Mr. Willie need to plug up that hole on the top of his head. Because he got more than water leaking out.
Watched by more people than any other network. ABC.
Oh, hi, Stephen. How was your date?
Let's just say Sarah and I don't have a lot in common. Like the ballet we went to tonight. Oh, she loves the ballet. But see, I thought dancing was supposed to be about a man getting close to a woman, right? But this fool in tights spends the whole night jumping after this skinny little thing. Then when she finally turns and leaps to him, he catches her and then throws her away. Who had the phone last?
I think it was Artist.
Hello? Uh-huh. Yeah, she's right here. I'll tell her. It's Janine Bannister about the church talent show. She says
Hey,
that...
she's calling to drop off the refreshment committee, just like everybody else, on all the other committees. Just tell her our friendship is over.
She says she understands.
Like rats off a sinking ship. Oh, okay. What about the entertainment committee? You found us a guest star yet?
Oh, you know, I was kind of thinking, you know, your hair looks lovely. Has that kind of forgiving look.
We haven't found anyone. Why don't you just call Cousin Jeff? He knows a lot of people.
Cousin Jeff? Why you always got to bring him into it? You know how I hate it when that man tries to show me up. Let me have the phone. I can get somebody. You want a guest star? I know how to get you a guest star. We don't need to call Cousin Jeff. I got him right here. Hello? Astor Records? Yeah, Rita Franklin, please. Yeah, I'm on hold.
Did you think I wouldn't find out?
Is this about the ring I gave you? Listen, a cubic zirconia looks just like a real diamond.
You drank the last of the milk.
Got milk?
When you work in a doctor's office during cold season, you're gonna get a cold. And I've got a butte. Hard to tell? That's because I took this. Advil Cold and Sinus. From the makers of Advil. It's tough on colds, like Advil is on pain. Gets you through congestion, fever, or bad sore throat. Believe me. I know.
Advil Cold and Sinus. Advanced formula for the cold season.
You've waited all year long. And finally it's here. The McDonald's Holiday Film Fest. Coming to McDonald's this Friday.
The all-new Mazda Protégé has more room than any car in its class. But what class is it? After all, it has more room inside than a Honda Civic, more room than a Nissan Altima, even more than a 5 Series BMW. So what class would you guess the new Protégé is in? Well, here's a hint. The all-new Mazda Protégé. There's a surprise in every package.
Watch out, Superman.
Who are you?
Sunday, there's a new super rival in town.
Metropolis not big enough for both of us.
But there's a price to pay.
Dogs are $29.95.
Have you no shame?
Cindy Williams guest stars Lois and Clark Sunday on ABC.
Well, go ahead, artist, sing.
Well, Dad, I'm going to need some kind of introduction.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Something like amazingly talented.
Okay. And now, the amazingly talented Steve Towers' oldest son, artist.
Well, Grandma, you're supposed to be playing.
When I'm introduced, I'll play.
And on piano, please show your love for the sensationally talented Miss Mary Cook. Miss Mary Cook!
Oh, Stephen, don't make such a fuss.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. I was blind, but now I see. Said it was 'twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved.
He is so amazing.
He's my brother.
Really?
Yeah. Did you like that song?
I sure did.
I wrote it.
Hi, Artist.
Hi, Valerie.
I really liked your singing.
Thanks, that's nice.
Well, good luck on Sunday. And call me sometime, okay?
See you Sunday.
Artist, a beautiful girl just hit on you. Go, run, fetch.
No, William. See, Valerie's nice, but I've been checking out Denise.
Denise. Wake up, Artist. You have no shot. She dates college guys. I don't get it. Take away the looks and the talent, and you've got nothing. I don't know what you're doing, but whatever it is, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Hi, Artist. I'm Denise.
I know.
We know.
You sing incredibly well.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I just came over to say hi. See ya.
See ya.
We really appreciate you coming over to talk to us. What? I thought she liked us.
Mary, print up more tickets. We just got ourselves a guest star.
You called Cousin Jeff.
No, I did it myself.
And who'd you get?
Brace yourself. Junior Lavelle. Got it.
Who's Junior Lavelle?
Come on. He had the #1 hit in 1971. Butterball. Butterball.
I love you. Da da da. Bottom ball. Something, something. Bottom ball. Everybody. I think I'll go call Rita one more time. I'm back.
That lady you're dating called.
Sarah?
Yeah, she says she's coming over in a little while.
Great. She's gonna see my hamburger.
So what's the problem?
Well, among the 412 things we don't have in common, Sarah's a vegetarian. She doesn't eat defenseless animals. As far as she's concerned, I might as well be eating a puppy on a stick.
You keep going out with her, you never seem to have a good time.
Yeah, I know, son. I just haven't found the right way to tell her we shouldn't be seeing each other.
Oh, man, there's Denise. We're gonna go out for a couple of minutes.
That's Denise? You gonna introduce me?
Please, Dad, no.
Well, I understand, son. I guess I kind of broke out those naked baby pictures a little early last time.
But I promise I'll update the new releases later.
Don't worry, I already took care of it. I also put up the new movie posters, and I also reorganized the horror section in order of scariness.
Yeah, good thinking. By the way, who are you?
I'm sorry, I'm Eddie Weimer. I saw the Help Wanted sign out front. I thought the best way to make a good impression would be to just start working. See, I'm not very good at interviews. People say I don't make eye contact.
Well, wait a minute. I gotta ask you a few questions first. I can't just hire you. I gotta know if we can work together or not.
Uh-oh.
You ever worked in a video store before?
Yes.
You know how to operate a scanner?
Yes.
Have you ever heard of Junior LaVale?
Sure. Eclectic Records, 1971.
But a boy, I love you. Something, something. Welcome to Video Depot.
Hello, Steve.
Hey, Sarah.
Was that a hamburger?
Yes, it was. And I ate it.
As long as you're okay with the fact that whatever was in that burger once had a face.
Sarah, it's not that I don't like cows. It's just that I like them on fire.
Steve.
Look, Sarah, see, you and I got to talk.
Mom! Hi!
Sweetheart. Steve, this is my daughter, Denise.
Oh, really?
I don't believe this. Mom, Artist and I are going out Sunday after the talent show. This is really funny.
Yeah, funny.
Well, come on, honey, we'll be late. I'll call you.
Dad, you can't break up with Denise's mom now.
Artist.
Just stay together for a little while until I get closer to Denise.
Artist, I can't do that. That would be messing with Sarah's life.
You saw how close they are? If you break up with her mom now, it's just going to make everything complicated. Just 1 week. That's all I'm asking.
Eddie, would you have asked your father to do something like that?
No. I never met my father.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he pass away when you were little?
No. He was just very shy.
To see how easy contact lenses can be, test drive the one-day revolution. New one-day AFHV. Start up a brand new pair in the morning. Thrill to high performance all day. Just drive them till bedtime. Then throw them away. No maintenance, no cleaning, no hassles. See your doctor for an exam and a free 5-day trial. New one-day AFHV from Johnson & Johnson. The one-day revolution.
Hey, Mom, Nabisco Crackers has a winning offer just for you and your kids.
Come on, you two. Bring in the crackers.
Nabisco gives your kids a chance to go on an amazing journey through classic literature with the 20th Century Fox movie, The Page Master. You and your kids could win one of 9 million children's movie tickets to the Pagemaster.
Where are those crackers?
Look for your free movie ticket inside the package only from Nabisco.
This is Colgate Tartar Control with micro-cleansing crystals. To get teeth feeling any cleaner, you'd need this in your bathroom. So for the next best thing to a dental cleaning at home, make an appointment with Colgate Tartar Control.
Someday soon, there'll be superhero lunchboxes, big yellow school buses, and new best friends. So now's the time to Johnson's Baby them. With clinically proven baby care that's healthful enough, mild enough even for a newborn. No wonder it's the #1 choice of hospitals. They'll grow up soon enough. Now, while you can, protect them, shelter them. Johnson's Baby them.
In the tradition of the great animated classics, come to a magical kingdom filled with fantasy, fun, and excitement.
Precisely.
The Swan Princess, rated G, starts Friday, November 18th at theaters everywhere.
Wednesday, it's Ladies' Night, starting with the season premiere of Sister Sister.
What are you doing here?
Then Margaret's in the big house and Grandma's to the rescue.
Oh, we're never getting off of this rock.
All-American Girl, and on Roseanne, it's Girl Talk.
They made me kiss a boy in a school play.
Yeah, but nobody made you sleep with him.
And Ellen's partying.
If you're assisting someone with their party hat, please put yours on first and then help them with theirs.
An all-new Ladies' Night, Wednesday on ABC.
I'd go for it.
Hey, it's just me, Bob, and this is Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement. Jonathan Taylor Thomas will be my guest this week on America's Funniest Home Videos.
Get set for a double dose of fun, because 1 full hour of back-to-back videos is coming your way.
When's that going to be on?
Sunday here on ABC. Thanks for asking.
Come on, Stephen, pick up the pace. We gotta bake.
How many cookies do we need?
Well, the big money is in the bake sale. Heaven knows we're not dragging anybody in there with Junior Lavelle.
Okay, man, you better get on the Butterball bandwagon, because he all we got. Andrew, you remember that comedy routine we've been working on?
Yeah. Just don't step on my last.
You got it.
Stephen, I think we better start packing these things into the car.
Okay, I'll get my keys.
But that's about your mom and my dad, not us. Denise. That was Denise. You broke up with her mother.
Yes, I did.
And now Denise doesn't want to go out with me. She says it's too complicated. Thanks a lot.
Son, I couldn't lead Sarah on. That would have been cold. Besides, I couldn't win. No matter what I did, somebody wasn't going to like it. So I did what was right.
Oh, I get it, Dad. You won't mess up her life, but you'll mess up mine.
Artist, we're going to be late. We can discuss it in the car.
No thanks. I'm taking my own car. William, I'm about to roll. You with me?
With you? Excuse me. I am you.
Hey, let me ask you something else. How many of you out there got kids?
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Can your kids or can your kids not ask you some incredible questions? And they pop them on you when you least expect it. Here's one of my kids popped on me. We're driving down the street one night and it's dark outside. My youngest boy's in the back seat. He leans over, taps me on the shoulder, says, "Daddy, how come the moon keeps following our car?" You know, I'm 37 years old and I don't know why the moon follows my car. I went home and called my daddy on the phone. You know what my daddy told me? "Boy, you know the moon follow my car too."
Hey, is this a comedy act or am I at a funeral?
Wait a minute, young man. I don't come down to your office and tell you how to use crayons.
Yeah, well, the only ones using crayons are your writers.
I happen to write my own material.
Yeah, I wouldn't brag about that.
Ladies and gentlemen, my comedy partner and son, Andrew Towers. Thank you. And listen, y'all stick around, because right after this Intermission, Junior Lavelle. Thank you very much.
You know, Nikki, our family doctor has assured me that in a few years, I'll look just like artists. So, you might want to get in on the ground floor.
You are so weird.
Thank you.
So, did you find Junior Lavelle yet?
I just got off the phone with his people, and they assure me they have no idea where he is. I'm sorry, Mary. I know you were counting on a lot of people, and they've been letting you down, and I just didn't want to be one of them. I guess you should have called Cousin Jeff.
I did.
What? When?
Right after you told me you got Junior Lavelle.
Oh, and what kind of no-talent waste of time has been did Cousin Jeff dig up?
The Four Tops.
Oh, the Four Tops. Cousin Jeff is going to deliver us the Four Tops. Believe me, Mary, I have been there. You don't just pick up the phone and go, hello, Motown Records? The Four Tops, please.
You ring?
You rang? Never mind, they're right here. Wow! We got the Four Tops!
You must be Jeff's cousin.
Yes, I'm Steve Tower. Yeah.
Steve.
He might have called me Winky.
Winky!
Oh, gentlemen, it's such an honor to have you here with us tonight.
Oh, thanks, but we do anything for Jeff.
Listen, Winky, we got to go get dressed, man.
Oh, I'll show you to your dressing room.
Hold it. I got a message from your cousin Jeff.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What did good old Cousin Jeff have to say?
I love that man.
Come on, artist. Now, I can get a date with Nikki if you just ask her sister out. See, a double date with you will throw just the right amount of coolness my way.
William?
And here's the beauty part. Her sister's Valerie, and she already likes you.
William, I can't do that.
Why not? She was all over you the other day.
Can't do it, William. It wouldn't be right to her. Besides, why don't you go ask Nikki out anyway?
Without you, how?
Just be yourself.
Yeah, that's right. I'll just be myself. Just plain William. Denzel Washington's boy.
Peekaboo.
Oh, man, you heard all that?
Yes, I did.
How come you always around when I'm proving you right?
It's a gift, son.
Dad, I'm sorry I got mad at you. I don't know how everything got so messed up.
Well, there's a reason for that, son. See, women can't help but find us irresistible. See, we both have that tower magic.
What's that?
I'll demonstrate. Turned it off just in the nick of time.
Dad, let's face it. We're both currently dateless. So where's the tower magic now?
Oh, come on, just one kiss. No!
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I know a lot of you were expecting Junior Lavelle, but unfortunately, he will not be here tonight. But instead, I have some very close and personal friends of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, Levi Stubbs, Ronaldo Obi Benson, Abdul Duke Fakir, and Lawrence Payton. The one, the only, the original, everybody, the Four Tops!
to get an autograph.
I can arrange it. They're my uncles.
Me and the boys will continue in a moment here on ABC.
You've waited all year long, and finally it's here. The McDonald's Holiday Film Fest, coming to McDonald's this Friday.
The Fisher-Price dollhouse is everything a dream house should be. With a doorbell to welcome you, a family to call your own, lots of cozy furniture, and even a very special way to get everyone tucked in at night.
Where is your next pimple most likely to be? All over your face. Because that's where acne bacteria are, all over your face. Which is why you need new Oxy-Sensitive to kill acne bacteria with virtually no drying, no irritation. Guaranteed. So you can use it every day to help eliminate pimples, prevent unborn pimples all over your face. Curb your pimples need to breed. Oxecute them in advance with new Oxy-Sensitive. Exert control over something.
If your happiest wishes came true, a new friend just might come to you. But don't stop there. Wish for comfort and care. Welcome Huggies Supreme, the only disposable diaper with a moisture-proof cover that feels soft like cloth, outside and in, with flexible tabs from Velcro USA that fasten and refasten. And of course, amazing leakage protection. You've got your wish so rare. Huggies Supreme, the ultimate in care.
Did you know that every time you learn something, it makes a wrinkle in your brain? Really? Just think how many wrinkles you get in here when you read a book. So put a ton of wrinkles in your head. It's a tough world out there, and being smarter gets you ready for it. Knowledge is power. Get some wrinkles.
TGIF is America's favorite. First Urkel finally falls for Myra.
Do me the honor of wearing my science club pins. Pin me, baby.
Family Matters. Then
Who will be next? Could it be Corey and Topanga?
it's Corey's turn in the kissing closet.
You could just relax and kiss me.
Boy Meets World. Then John Astin stars as Cody's wild and crazy friend. Step by step, and when Mark throws his back out, the Cure makes his body go bonkers on Coop. America's favorite TGIF.
I made it! Watch out there now! Ow! Junior LaValle in the house!
Junior, the show been over for 2 hours, man. Where you been?
Had to catch the bus down here, man. I ain't giving the money back, I can tell you that right now.
Look, the money don't mean nothing to me.
Good.
But it'll be worth it to me just to hear you sing Butterball one time for me.
The hit?
The hit.
Butterball, 1971. Okay, let's do this. Come on now. Come on, white baby now. Come on. Here we go. Butterball, I love you. Na na na. Butterball, something something. Here you go, man. I care about you. Oh, I love something. Hey, can I have that picture? Sugar pie, honey bunch,
Some.
Can't help myself. That's it. That's it.
In the wise words of Pink Floyd, we don't need no education. But we're going to give you one anyway as we close out the night with 1998's The Great American History Quiz, hosted by Bill Murray's sworn enemy and known Dick Cheney cosplayer, Oscar winner Richard Dreyfus. But before we do that, a little housekeeping of upcoming events on our podcast. As we already mentioned, the current show that's either up or soon to be posted is a look at the obscure 1984 TV movie For Love or Money, with a bunch of special guests including one of our biggest patrons, Mr. Chris Michaud, a patron so big that he also made an episode request. And that show is coming up sometime in March and is a look back at the wannabe Mad Max clone known as 1988's The Highwayman. Also coming later on in March, our next set of theme shows as we look at a trio of programs that were the victims of being eponymous, which is a fancy word for saying my name is in the show title. It's 1991's Hammerman, The Michael Richards Show from the year 2000, and 1984's super short-lived Jerry Lewis Talk Show, a trifecta of programs that we're calling the Bonfire of Vanity Projects. And our hope is to spread them out over the last week of March and into the first week of April, pending any other unforeseen circumstances. And believe me, this year alone, we've already faced our fair share of them. One last reminder. You can hear and or see all of these subjects and plenty others on Telehell, available wherever you stream podcasts or even right here on YouTube. And if you enjoy what we do, not just the podcast, but if you ever want us to do another one of these Telehell-A-Vision shows when we hit 500 subscribers, be like Chris Michaud and chip in some coins on our Patreon at Telehell Podcast. For as little as $1.66 a month, you can enjoy the bonus content we post, and for even more, we can send you some swag, give you priority episode requests, even let you be on the show, but we promise we're not trying to pressure you by any means. And now, without further ado, I'm gonna shut the here up and let Richard Dreyfus do the talking from here on out. Here now, from 1988, The Great American History Quiz.
Before we begin, here are the answers to every question on the test. Anything I can do to help?
It's the Great American History Quiz, featuring, in alphabetical order, Hank Aaron, Alan Alda, Bob Barker, Richard Belzer, David Brenner, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Bob Costas, Katie Couric, Tony Danza, Phyllis Diller, Sam Donaldson, Kathy Lee Gifford, Peter Graves, Bryant Gumbel, B.B. King, Charlton Heston, Don Johnson, Randy Johnson, Robert Klein, Matt Lauer, Bill Maher, Ed McMahon, Conan O'Brien, Donny Osmond, Jane Pauley, Peter Paul and Mary, Regis Philbin, Maury Povich, Felicia Rashad, Al Roker, Diane Sawyer, General Norman Schwarzkopf, Martin Sheen, Martha Stewart, Alex Trebek, Mike Wallace, Sam Waterston, Dr. Ruth Westheimer, Montel Williams, and your host, Richard Dreyfus.
I love history. I love the stories of history. I love it when an orphan can become the king of baseball, or a Kentucky farm boy saves his country from splitting in half. We don't have kings or queens in our country. We make our own. How much do you know about this country? It's easy to play along with the Great American History Quiz. We're going to ask you a question, and you'll have a few seconds to answer it. Don't wait too long. We'll be scoring the questions as we go, so grab a pencil and your score sheet, and let's get started. Answer this first group of questions with one word, either true or false. And here's our first question with our nation's First Lady, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Francis Scott Key wrote the music for the Star-Spangled Banner. True or false? Well, that's actually false, because he wrote the words in a wonderful poem, but he applied those words to an already existing melody that was actually from an old British drinking song called To Anacreon in Heaven.
You see what you can learn here? Now, look at this.
Betsy Ross sewed the first official U.S. flag. True or false? The answer to question number 2 is false. There's no historical proof that Betsy Ross actually sewed the first U.S. flag. This popular legend seems to have been started by her grandson, almost a century after Betsy allegedly threaded her way into history.
Okay. Not all of them are going to be easy.
The name of the Liberty Bell was coined to honor the newly won liberty of our nation. Is that true or false? The answer is false.
I think I'm starting to see a pattern develop here.
The name Liberty Bell was coined by the anti-slavery movement in the 1830s, and it referred to the liberty of blacks. In fact, the whole popular legend of the Liberty Bell was made up by a little-known author in the 1840s. Until then, you see, no one had even considered the bell to be a national treasure.
I guess I should have told you. We call that category Myth America. This kind of thing can be a lot of fun. But for me, history is much, much more. It's breathtaking stories. And it's the place where I go to understand who we are and what we do and why. To me, it's more romantic and more exciting than any fiction. And it's part of a story, our story, that's not yet finished. Take, for example, stories of fame and fortune, celebrities. And I'm not talking about Sinatra or Streisand or Elvis Presley, because superstardom is not a new idea, which is why our salute to American stardom begins 150 years ago. Question 4.
One of the 19th century's brightest stars was the opera soprano Jenny Lind. Dubbed the Swedish Nightingale, she was famous in Europe, but almost unknown in the U.S. Then one person risked a fortune to promote a Jenny Lind tour in this country. The gamble paid off. Her first performance in 1850 drew thousands of people, and her 9 months of concerts were a huge success. Who guided Jenny Lind to fame in the United States? Was it A, Andrew Carnegie, B, Gertrude Vanderbilt, or C, P.T. Barnum? Here's the answer. Amazingly, he had never seen or heard Jenny Lind when he risked his entire fortune on her. But that didn't seem to matter to one of the greatest promoters of all time, P.T. Barnum.
Question 5.
Legend has it that Annie Oakley could shoot the head off a running quail when she was 12 years old. Whatever the truth of that tale, Oakley's sharpshooting skills made her an international star in Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. And there are many legendary stories of just how good a shot Annie was. In what may be the most famous, she shot the ashes off a cigarette held in the lips of a national leader. Who was it? A, Kaiser Wilhelm II, B, Teddy Roosevelt, or C, Tsar Nicholas II? The answer is A, Kaiser Wilhelm II. How did it happen? It seems he asked to participate with Oakley in the show while she was performing in Berlin.
Question 6.
His name was Rudolph Valentino, and his fame as the great lover in silent films made him a Hollywood legend. His handsome Latin looks inspired legions of wildly devoted fans. His big break came with a starring role in The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. How long did Valentino's career last? A, 3 years, B, 9 years, C, 18 years. The answer is B, 9 years. His death triggered hysteria and even suicide among fans. There were riots at his funeral, and over 100,000 people lined up to view the coffin. And just for the record, Rudolph Valentino's full name was Rodolfo Alfonso Raffaello Pierre Filibert Guglielmi di Valentina di Antonguolo. No kidding.
Question 7.
Eric Weiss may have been the most famous magician and escape artist who ever lived, but you probably know him better as Harry Houdini. A master of outdoor spectacles and life-threatening magic, he took his stage name from Robert Houdin, a French magician he idolized as a boy. During World War I, Houdini put his talents to use for American troops. What did he do for them? A, taught Marines how to catch bullets in their teeth. B, taught sailors how to survive for long periods underwater. C, taught soldiers how to escape from handcuffs. The answer to this question is C. Houdini taught American soldiers how to escape from handcuffs. In later years, Houdini and his wife agreed to a supernatural experiment. The first to die would try to contact the survivor, but his wife, who outlived the great magician, said she never heard from Harry.
Remember this year, 1908. It plays mysteriously through this next speed round, which we call Dead, Alive, or Not Yet Born. Here's Richard Belzer.
I'll name a well-known American. Your job, to determine whether that person was dead, alive, or not yet born in 1908. You understand the concept? Good, okay. Were famed outlaws Bonnie and Clyde dead, alive, or not yet born in 1908? Bonnie and Clyde were gunned down by police in 1934, but they were not yet born in the year, you guessed it, 1908.
Question 9.
Moving on to our next question. Was Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor of the telephone, dead, alive, or not yet born in the year 1908? The answer is Alexander Graham Bell was alive in 1908. He didn't die until 1922, or so we understand, because it was a phone call that came through and delivered the death notice.
Question 10.
The founder of the Otis Elevator Company was Elisha Graves Otis. Now, was Otis in his grave in 1908? Elisha Otis was already dead in 1908.
Fourth floor, hatpins, corsets, button hooks. Watch your step.
Sad to say, he passed away in 1861.
Question 11.
Was women's rights leader Elizabeth Cady Stanton dead, alive, or not yet born in 1908? Elizabeth Cady Stanton led the fight for women's suffrage, but didn't live to see it happen. She was already dead in 1908.
Question 12.
How about famed jazz singer Billie Holiday? Was she dead, alive, or not yet born in 1908? Billie Holiday's birth year was 1915, so she was not yet born in 1908.
Question 13.
And finally, he's the only U.S. president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms in office. Was Grover Cleveland dead, alive, or not yet born in 1908? The answer, if you said not yet born, you are incorrect. However, if you said either alive or dead, ding, 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 you are correct. That's because for one half of 1908, Grover Cleveland was each. He died on June 24th of that year.
I'm having too much fun.
Play along with us. To get a free score sheet, call our Fax on Demand number at 888-268-2710 or visit our website at www.historychannel.com/quiz. Coming up, Donny Osmond, Matt Lauer, Bob Barker, and later President Bill Clinton. Stay tuned.
Wanda, you're bringing in Elliot, the consultant?
I just thought that...
Uh-oh. Wanda's team is upset.
They have to share everything they know with someone they don't.
He doesn't even use the same systems we use. Relax, Wanda. Remember, you've got Xerox Doc. You share.
The software that works on any system. You're right. With Doc you shared, you share documents with Elliot. Elliot shares with you.
Why do we have to share anything with Elliot?
He's got the knowledge.
Tell him he's writing a book.
Because I said so.
That's a good answer, too.
Keep the conversation going. Share the knowledge. The Digital Document Company. Xerox.
The world, as seen from our all-new V6 power plant. The 215 horsepower Intrigue. Now with low 2.9 financing for $2,100 in average finance savings. Intrigue by Oldsmobile. Start to command performance. Start something.
I have a mother. I have a father. I even have a big brother. I don't need someone else looking out for me. I need someone who can help me look out for myself.
At Lincoln Financial Group, our goal is to make the financial world clear and understandable so you can make informed decisions. Lincoln Financial Group. Clear solutions in a complex world.
Meet the first woman ever to run for president. They called her Mrs. Satan. From the History Channel, the official network of every millennium, this is Time Lab 2000. In May of 1872, the Equal Rights Party nominates Victoria Woodhull for president before women even have the vote. Woodhull delights in defying convention and breaking down barriers. She's already been America's first female stockbroker and newspaper publisher and the first woman to testify before Congress. Woodhull goes on to create a national scandal. When her paper exposes a famous preacher's infidelity, she's jailed for pornography, and critics start calling her Mrs. Satan. The fact is, this extraordinary woman eventually marries not the devil, but an English banker, and lives out her final years as a respected member of the British upper class. For the History Channel, I'm Sam Waterston.
Hey, who's that?
Oh, she's here to meet with the big guys.
On a weekend?
Mm-hmm. Cancel their tea times.
Wow. She must be a big client.
I think it's their life insurance agent.
Huh. That's a new one.
Have you heard from the Quiet Company? Northwestern Mutual Life.
Welcome back to the Great American History Quiz on the History Channel.
Through the first half of the 1770s, King George III was having an impossible time with Parliament. A group of rabble-rousers was also making his life miserable by talking revolution in the American colonies. Today we call these men our founding fathers. Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere. And what a famous ride it was. Revere, along with some others we now call patriots, were responsible for warning the Provincial Congress about the approach of British troops. Your question: who was the general who led those British forces? A, William Howe. B, Charles Cornwallis. C, Thomas Gage. Paul Revere's ride was sparked by the approach of troops commanded by answer C, General Thomas Gage. Gage ordered the march of the Redcoats on Lexington and Concord, searching for munitions, and some historians think Samuel Adams, the leading revolutionary agitator. The British forces met the Minutemen, and the American Revolution began. Matt Lauer has more.
Perhaps no founding father matched Ben Franklin's range of contributions to our American way of life. Many community organizations that we now take for granted were originally promoted by Franklin. Which of the following institutions is the only one not associated with Ben Franklin? A, fire company. B, hospital. C, ASPCA. D, public library. Or E, post office. Well, it seems there wasn't much that Ben Franklin didn't do. This colorful founding father was a statesman, a diplomat, writer, editor, scientist, and inventor. In fact, the only institution we just mentioned that is not associated with Ben Franklin is answer C, ASPCA.
Question 16.
Artist Emanuel Leutze created this familiar depiction of George Washington's crossing of the Delaware River. The question is, which way was George going? A, from Pennsylvania to New Jersey. B, from New Jersey to Pennsylvania. Or C, from Delaware to Pennsylvania. On Christmas night, 1776, Washington sneaked across the Delaware River from Pennsylvania. for a stunning surprise attack that became known as the Battle of Trenton. Washington's victory was a huge morale booster. So the answer is A. He crossed from Pennsylvania to New Jersey. Oh, and by the way, if you answered C, you lose history points and geography points because you can't get from Delaware to Pennsylvania by crossing the river.
Question 17.
In 1781, the British surrendered at Yorktown, Virginia. But the ceremony leading up to the historic event was anything but simple. To whom did the British officially surrender? A, Washington. B, Lincoln. C, Eisenhower. D, none of the above. The answer is B, Lincoln. General Benjamin Lincoln. Because here's what happened. The British General Cornwallis feigned illness to avoid surrendering.
I have a tummy ache.
And sent General O'Hara in his place.
Why me?
At first, O'Hara tried surrendering to General Rochambeau.
Hit the road.
But Rochambeau directed him to Washington.
Tummy ache? My foot.
General Washington, please, take this soul.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Then Washington sent the British general to Lincoln, who had been humiliated by the British.
I wouldn't say humiliated. I don't understand the difficulty you're having in understanding me.
Don't raise the sword to me.
So it was Benjamin Lincoln who accepted the British surrender at Yorktown.
George Washington said, "It is not my custom to keep money to look at." A large number of Americans think that way today. Perhaps there's even one in your family. We are going to time travel to several eras in history and learn about the cost of living. Prepare to be depressed. Bob, come on down.
Prices have changed a lot over the years. Let's see how well you do as a historical shopper. We'll begin in the year 1896 with 3 items advertised in the Delineator: a Columbia bicycle, an Anderson typewriter, and a Singer sewing machine with a complete set of attachments. Your question, which item was priced at $9? Which was $25? And which one would have cost you $100? Ready for the answers? Back in 1896, our big ticket item was the Columbia bicycle. It sold for $100. It would have cost you $25 for the Anderson typewriter. That means that Singer sewing machine with attachments was advertised for $9 in 1896. Okay, now let's jump ahead to the year 1923. This time you're buying a lawnmower advertised in the New York Times, a Kodak camera, and a steamship ticket from New York to Boston. Your question, which item is priced at about $5? Which one at about $10? And which item is priced at $50? Now the answers. In 1923, the New England mower from James McCreary and Company sold for about $10. The Kodak #1 camera was priced at $50, and the steamship ticket would have cost you $5.19. 1923 was also an exciting year for debuts. The Butterfinger candy bar was introduced, the popsicle was patented, and I debuted at my birth.
Just after World War II, America was busy getting back to work and making more babies than ever before. We're talking about the 1950s, when America discovered the potent combination of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Starting with sex, here's Dr. Ruth.
In the decade of Marilyn Monroe, Playboy, and Lolita, no fantasy was as shocking as the honest truth. According to Kinsey's reports of 1948 and 1953, over 80% of American males had engaged in premarital sex. What was the percentage for females? A, 20%, B, 35%, C, 50%. The answer is C. According to Kinsey's reports, 50% of females had engaged in premarital sex during the innocent decade of the 1950s.
Question 25.
A reflection of the times, one of the popular products of the 1950s was what Time magazine called Don't Give a Damn pills, the tranquilizer. Meprobamate was a new kind whose side effects were manageable. They were prescribed to ease tension and anxiety, and by 1959, tranquilizer sales had soared to $5 million annually, with suburban women first in line. What was the commercial brand name of the popular Meprobamate tranquilizer? Was it A, Equinox, B, Milltown, or C, Thorazine? The answer is B, Milltown.
Question 26.
According to noted music historian Charlie Gillette, the first rock and roll single to make Billboard's national bestsellers chart was Crazy, Man Crazy. Who was the performer? A, Bill Haley and the Comets, B, Ray Charles, C, Willie Dixon, D, Big Joe Turner. The answer is A, Bill Haley and the Comets. The record was released in 1953. The hit was followed by Shake, Rattle, and Roll in 1954, and then Rock Around the Clock in 1955. Of course, black musicians was making rock and roll records as early as the 1940s.
This 50s story actually started in the late 40s, around the time I was born in Brooklyn. Nearby on Long Island, the American dream was being built one neighborhood at a time. Here's Ed McMahon.
In 1947, the company of Levitt & Son, house builders, had a great idea. They started building assembly line housing. They developed a planned community called Levittown. Now, Levittown offered suburban living for average Americans with low-cost homes that became a symbol of the suburbs following World War II. Now, how much living space was in the original Levittown home? A, about 700 square feet, B, about 1,100 square feet, or C, about 1,500 square feet? Well, the answer is A. An original Levittown home was 720 square feet. That included 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, a living room, a bathroom, and closets, and it sold for, get this, just under $7,000.
It's not too late to get your free score sheet. Call our Facts on Demand number at 888-268-2710 or visit our website at www.historychannel.com/quiz. Coming up, Alan Alda, Mike Wallace, Sam Waterston, and President Bill Clinton.
In our quest to learn even more about how people watch TV, we sent out our experts. Both of them.
You wouldn't choose any new car without a test drive, but test drive a Catera, and you may not want to test drive any other car. Find out why Automobile Magazine called it a very capable sports sedan and a kick to drive.
See your authorized Cadillac Catera dealer today.
Get your kicks with a $399 a month lease for 36 months. $1849 due at signing.
John was brilliant. John knew everything. John wrote that consolidated contract and didn't even tell us where he put it.
Now they're really consumed with grief.
If only they knew. John scanned all of his documents into the Xerox Document Center.
You don't think John scanned the contract into the
Xerox Document Center?
Xerox Document Center, do you?
John was smart, but he wasn't that smart. I don't think John liked that.
Keep the conversation going. Share the knowledge. The Digital Document Company, Xerox.
You want to make money? Read Forbes.
Call now and get a risk-free issue of Forbes, filled with ways to make money and get ahead in business. If you like it, we'll send you 13 more issues for just $19.97, and you'll get the Forbes Investment Guide free. Call now for Forbes.
Learn how today's dollars keep counterfeiting to a minimum at the U.S. Mints on Modern Marbles. Monday night, only on the History Channel.
An A&E special presentation. Architectural mysteries that defy logic, time, and baffle science. More complex than modern skyscrapers, yet they were built of simple stone, cut by hand from a sea of sand. We think we know why they were built, and now we may have found out how. The Great Builders of Egypt, February 7th at 9 Eastern, 10 Pacific on A&E.
The RCA experts have been out looking for ways to improve how you watch TV.
Friend of mine is having a rough time.
Jimmy, I'm scoring 2 touchdowns for you today, buddy. So make that 3. Well, the best of luck to both of you. And now to the kickoff.
This game will not be broadcast in your area. More football later.
Their latest idea? The RCA DirecTV system, which gives you 200 channels with digital quality picture. So if it's on, chances are it'll be on your TV.
Welcome back to the Great American History Quiz on the History Channel. I'm Richard Dreyfus. And I'm hoping that this next category doesn't describe your score so far. That category is disasters. Here's Alan Alda.
Imagine facing a raging wall of water 40 feet high, moving 40 miles an hour. A wall of water so powerful it tosses a 48-ton locomotive a mile. Well, that's just what the people of Johnstown, Pennsylvania faced during the Great Johnstown Flood. Thousands of people perished in the disaster, which was triggered when a dam collapsed after heavy rains. Name the decade in which it happened. Was it A, the 1850s, B, the 1880s, C, the 1910s? The Johnstown flood occurred in 1889, so the correct answer is B, the 1880s. The dam had been built to provide a good place to fish, but when it collapsed, 2,000 people lost their lives.
Question 29.
The year was 1865, and mobs of Union soldiers just freed from Confederate prisons piled aboard the steamboat Sultana to head north on the Mississippi River. The boat was dangerously overcrowded, setting the scene for the worst maritime disaster in U.S. history. It happened when a boiler exploded, turning the steamboat into a fiery wreck. Now, the question for you, how many lives were lost on the Sultana? A, about 400, B, about 1,000, or C, about 1,500? The answer is C. The official death toll was 1,547 lives. That's more lives than were lost on the Titanic. Oh, by the way, how overcrowded was the Sultana? Its safe capacity was 376 passengers.
Question 30.
During the 1830s, U.S. troops forced Native Americans from their Georgia land so local whites could have it. Then the tribe was forced to march from Georgia to what is now Oklahoma. Thousands died from sickness, hunger, and exposure along the way. This brutal 6-month journey became known as the Trail of Tears. Which Native American people endured this tragedy? A, the Cherokee, B, the Algonquin, C, the Comanche. The answer is A, the Cherokee. The Supreme Court had ruled the Cherokee land in Georgia legally belonged to the Cherokee. But amazingly, President Jackson refused to enforce the ruling, setting the stage for the Trail of Tears.
Question 31.
On April the 19th, 1995, a truck bomb exploded outside a federal building in Oklahoma City. The death toll made it the single worst terrorist incident in U.S. history. The exact date of the blast marked the second anniversary of another tragic event. What was it? A, World Trade Center bombing. B, federal raid at Waco. C, federal raid at Ruby Ridge. The answer is B, the federal raid at Waco, Texas. Many investigators felt the date was no coincidence. They believed the Oklahoma City bombing was a right-wing reprisal for the federal actions at Waco.
Name the U.S. presidents. How many U.S. presidents can you name?
Okay, George Washington, James Madison, James Monroe, Bill Clinton, Theodore Roosevelt, Bush, Thomas Jefferson, Millard Fillmore, Jeff something, Abraham Lincoln, Al Gore, I know the name, but I just can't get it. Marvin Van Buren, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. I didn't study them.
As one of these second graders reminded me during our school visit, America has had 2 presidents named Johnson. We're going to ask you a question, and you determine if the answer is our 36th president, Lyndon Baines Johnson, or our 17th president, Andrew Johnson. We call this category Johnson & Johnson. Natch. Okay, here we go. As president, he signed a bill authorizing the use of the metric system in the United States. Was that Andrew Johnson or Lyndon Johnson? Hard to believe, but Andrew Johnson signed that bill into law back in 1866. And now, 133 years later, you can actually buy soda in liter-sized bottles. Who says Congress can't get things done? Okay, now, for the rest of the category, here are a couple of guys named Johnson, starting naturally with Randy.
He was born into a very poor family and worked as a school teacher for a while. Am I talking about Lyndon Johnson or Andrew Johnson? The answer is Lyndon Johnson. He was the eldest of 5 children and was raised in a modest cabin, and he was also a high school teacher in Houston, Texas.
Question 34.
Both Johnsons became president following an assassination. Who spoke these words after taking office? The greatest leader of our time has been struck down by the foulest deed of our time. Was that Andrew Johnson or Lyndon Johnson? The answer is Lyndon Johnson.
The greatest leader of our time has been struck down by the foulest deed of our time.
And his address before a joint session of Congress continued. Today, John Fitzgerald Kennedy lives on in the immortal words and works he left behind.
If you were on Society's A-list in 1886, you might have received an invitation to the opening ceremonies for the new Statue of Liberty. Peter Graves, Sam Waterston, and President Bill Clinton tell the story.
French sculptor Auguste Bartholdi faced enormous challenges in creating the Statue of Liberty. Her copper skin was thinner than the thickness of these 2 pennies. It would never uphold the statue's immense size and weight. That meant an internal structure was critical for support. And what's more, the entire statue would be shipped across the Atlantic. To solve these formidable problems, Bartholdi hired a master builder who constructed an interior framework that could be reassembled after the voyage. Who was this master builder? A, Ferris wheel builder George Ferris. B, Eiffel Tower builder Gustav Eiffel. C, Brooklyn Bridge builder John Roebling. The answer is B, Gustav Eiffel.
Bartholdi promised to have the statue ready in time for America's centennial celebration in 1876. Unfortunately, things didn't work out quite as planned. Here's Sam Waterston to continue the story.
Bartholdi almost missed the 1876 deadline, but managed to ship at least part of the statue to Philadelphia for the exhibition. Which part of Lady Liberty's body made it to the U.S. on time? A, her head. B, her torch. C, her book. Or D, her pedestal. The answer is B, her torch.
Mounted on her pedestal, the Statue of Liberty was finally dedicated on October 28, 1886. But in a way, she still wasn't complete. Here's President Bill Clinton to tell us what was missing.
Emma Lazarus wrote her famous poem in 1883, but it wasn't affixed to the Statue of Liberty until 1903. Complete her famous phrase, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to breathe free. I lift my lamp, A, above your glorious harbor, B, and glow with the light of liberty, C, beside the golden door, D, with pride and not prejudice." Emma Lazarus wrote, "I lift my lamp beside the golden door." The correct answer is C. Lazarus was inspired to write this poem as she observed immigrants struggling to make a life in America. She believed that America was a place where everyone deserved a chance. In time, the statue became a symbol of the ideal of freedom and opportunity for all, an ideal that attracts people to our shores down to this very day.
The Great American History Quiz will return in a moment. Coming up, General Norman Schwarzkopf, Katie Couric, Montel Williams, and Peter, Paul, and Mary.
I spent 40 years building a nest egg, 30 years paying off a mortgage, 20 years saving for college. I'm done worrying. Now I want to live.
At Lincoln Financial Group, we provide clear, understandable solutions to help you grow, manage, and protect the work of a lifetime. Lincoln Financial Group, clear solutions in a complex world.
The truck. The award. The new Chevy Silverado, the Motor Trend Truck of the Year. It's bigger, it's more powerful. It's the truck from Chevrolet.
You're an American farmer on San Juan Island. A pig repeatedly ravages your garden, so you shoot it. But this bullet triggers a battle with Britain, one of the many forgotten wars, on an all-new In Search of History. Monday at 8 Eastern, 9 Pacific on the History Channel.
The History Channel, where the past comes alive.
It's incredibly difficult for anyone to believe a story like this.
Maybe I should have killed 400 or 500 people.
We're ready to go to court.
Come face to face with the most notorious lawbreakers of all time. History's Crimes and Trials, The Marathon. Tomorrow, beginning at 8 Eastern, 9 Pacific, on the History Channel, where the past comes alive. Rome. For centuries, it was the most powerful empire on Earth, and one of the most brutal. Joe Mantegna takes us back to an era that defined a civilization.
A world of hedonism, drama, debauchery.
Be there for the rise and the fall of the great empire, Rome. All next week at 9 Eastern, 10 Pacific on the History Channel, where the past comes alive.
Welcome back to the Great American History Quiz on the History Channel.
The next question is in the form of a video time capsule. Now watch the footage and then write down the year that it happened, okay? Roll 'em.
This was a year when things were on the rise. American involvement in Vietnam escalates when a Navy ship is allegedly bombed in the Gulf of Tonkin. The Beatles' popularity skyrockets as they arrive in New York City to begin their first U.S. tour. And Sidney Poitier's star reaches new heights when he is the first black actor handed an Academy Award for Best Actor. In what year did this happen?
Our video time capsule documented the year 1964. 77 years ago. Ask not what your country can do for you. I have a dream. Where's the beef? The next several questions are about words, written or spoken, by a diverse group of Americans. Most are famous. One is a president. Another is a historical footnote, but you'll know what he said. We'll supply the quotation. Your mission is to identify who said it.
Here's a quote that's sure to liven up your next family reunion. Mothers are a biological necessity. Fathers are a social invention. Who said it? A, Mae West, B, Susan B. Anthony, or C, Margaret Mead? The answer is C. Famed for her outspokenness, this quote is from cultural anthropologist Margaret Mead.
Question 40.
Our next quote offers this comment about television. A medium, so called because it is neither rare nor well done. Who said that? Was it A, Ernie Kovacs, B, Marshall McLuhan, or C, Jack Parr? The answer is A. Before there was Monty Python, before there was Laugh-In, there was Ernie Kovacs, and he's the one who said that.
Question 41.
Here's a wartime quote you probably heard. Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. Chaplain Hal Forgy was the person who said it. Name the war in which he was quoted. A, the U.S. Civil War. B, the Spanish-American War. C, World War I. Or D, World War II. When a Japanese plane was hit during the attack on Pearl Harbor, Chaplain Forgy called out, "Praise the Lord," and passed the ammunition. So the correct answer is D. He said it during World War II.
Question 42.
Continuing with wartime quotes, who said the following? "There is nothing more foolish than to think war can be stopped by war. You don't prevent anything by war except peace." Was it A, Dwight Eisenhower, B, General George Patton, or C, Harry Truman? Time's up. The answer is C, Harry Truman. In his memoirs, the former president expressed his opinions about the notion of a so-called preventative war.
Question 43.
And now our final quote. "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Who said it? A, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., B, Franklin D. Roosevelt, C, Walter Cronkite.
For several weeks now,
He spent his life fighting injustice, and when he received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1964, he was the youngest man ever to receive that honor. The correct answer is A, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Social change is often sparked by troublemakers, and often these controversial agitators become heroes of future generations. Here are three people who sang at their share of rallies: Peter, Paul, and Mary.
I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, down by the riverside, ooh, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside, study war, no war.
Now, music can be a powerful agent for social change. Woody Guthrie completely understood music's power.
His folk music often criticized political injustice and poverty. A phrase was written on the face of Woody's guitar because he believed a musical instrument could be a potent weapon. What was that phrase? A, a weapon on the side of freedom. B, this machine kills fascists. C, this machine surrounds hate and forces it to surrender.
The answer is B, this machine kills fascists. Now, if you answered C, this machine surrounds hate and forces it to surrender, you were close, because that's the phrase written on Pete Seeger's banjo.
Question 45.
In 1965, one book changed the U.S. auto industry forever. That book was Unsafe at Any Speed, written by Ralph Nader. And in the book, Nader severely criticized automakers for building unsafe cars. He singled out one model in particular as a death trap. Now, which car was it? A, the Corvair, B, the Corvette, or C, the Pinto? The answer is A. The Corvair became infamous for unsafe design after Nader's book was published.
You want proof that the Corvair can deliver the goods.
But 1 year later, his writings led to the passage of the National Traffic and Motor Vehicle Safety Act, which gave the government the power to set auto safety standards.
We'll be right back with more of the Great American History Quiz.
These are the Schmidts of Munich. This is their new Porsche Boxster. In order to drive it Monday, Wednesday and Friday, Mr. Schmidt has agreed to assume dog washing responsibilities. And Mrs. Schmidt, in return for Tuesday, Thursday and the coveted Saturday, has to make Mr. Schmidt's favorite Finkelwurst 3 times a week. On Sundays, they share the Boxster. Of course, this leaves out young Dieter, who has just earned his driver's license. As in all domestic disputes, it's the children who suffer most. The Boxster. Once again, there is no substitute.
Where's Jason?
He's going out on his own.
He can't do that. He hasn't finished his training.
We can't let them think we're too small.
Let's go.
You've got the knowledge. You've got the internet. Just show them what you know, and you can compete with the big boys.
We know that.
Now that looks professional.
It has to. This document represents us.
Wait.
Jason, they're doing fine. They have Xerox digital copiers and printers.
I really did think that Xerox only worked with big businesses.
Keep the conversation going. Share the knowledge. The Digital Document Company, Xerox.
Hi, I'd like to start getting home delivery of the New York Times.
Now you can enjoy Sunday even more by getting the New York Times delivered to your home every weekend. And if you call now, you'll save 50% off the regular home delivery price. Then wake up to the things you care about most. What do you think about first thing Sunday morning?
First thing, relaxing with my coffee and the Sunday New York Times. It's what Sundays were made for.
First thing, I think about my family in America and in my homeland.
You get a world of ideas, insight, and discovery you won't find anywhere else, all at a 50% savings for 8 weeks.
I just love the art, and nothing satisfies my passion like the Sunday Times.
Call now, 1-800-453-1990.
Hi, I'd like to start getting home delivery of the New York Times.
First thing, my New York Times. Another day to learn something new.
The New York Times. Call today.
History's lost and found. George Washington's teeth. One moment, please. History's lost and found. Sigmund Freud's couch. Transferring.
On History's Lost and Found, you can find a lot of strange things.
Einstein's brain. It's in a basement in New Jersey.
True stories from a scavenger hunt through time. History's Lost and Found. Next, on the History Channel, where the past comes alive. You're watching Where the Past Comes Alive. The History Channel.
Welcome back to the Great American History Quiz on the History Channel.
This next category is a bit of a grab bag. Just a series of random questions and answers we thought you'd find interesting.
Jackie Robinson was the first black player in the major leagues. True or false? The answer is false. Moses Fleetwood Walker was the first black player in the majors back in 1884. But then a silent agreement among club owners kept baseball segregated for decades. Jackie Robinson brought a public end to that segregation.
Question 47.
For almost 50 years, Al Jolson entertained audiences as a singer, actor, and a blackface comedian. He started in vaudeville, moved on to musicals, and then capped his career with films. Jolson is best remembered for his starring role in The Jazz Singer. It was the first featured talkie that revolutionized the movie business back in 1927. In his final performance, Jolson entertained American troops. Which war were they fighting at the time? A, World War II, B, the Korean War, or C, the Vietnam War? Al Jolson performed up to the year of his death in 1950, so the correct answer is B. His last performance was entertaining troops during the Korean War.
Question 48.
Okay, let's move ahead to the next question. It's a policy named after a president. It's often called a cornerstone of the U.S. foreign policy. It announced that the Americas were no longer open to colonization by European power. And now the answer. It's the Monroe Doctrine. The policy was first outlined by President Monroe in 1823 during a speech to Congress. But it wasn't called the Monroe Doctrine until 1853.
Question 49.
The U.S. declared independence on July 4th, 1776. True or false? The answer is false. The U.S. did not declare independence on July 4th, 1776. Here's what really happened. The Continental Congress officially declared independence on July 2nd, but Jefferson's Declaration of Independence was dated and adopted July 4th. So we've come to celebrate the document rather than the actual event.
Next up is another video time capsule, this time with Diane Sawyer. Watch the clip, then guess the year.
During this year in the 1930s, the sky was the limit.
Howard Hughes flew around the globe in almost half the time it had taken anybody before. Orson Welles' radio program, War of the Worlds, convinced America that it was being invaded by aliens. And the Man of Steel made his debut in comic books around the country. Write down your answers now.
The answer is 1938. And now, we've saved the first for last, or the last for last, as you'll soon see. Our final questions deal with fascinating American firsts.
Who was the first U.S. president born in a hospital? A, Jimmy Carter. B, John F. Kennedy. C, Bill Clinton. The answer is A, Jimmy Carter. In the early 20th century, it was very uncommon for anyone to be born in a hospital, even wealthy families like the Kennedys. Most people were born at home. Jimmy Carter's mother was a nurse, which may be why he was born in a hospital.
Question 52.
In 1870, Hiram Revels became the first black U.S. senator. Whose vacant seat was he elected to fill? A, Ulysses S. Grant, B, Jefferson Davis, or C, Stephen Douglas? The answer is B. Revels filled the Mississippi seat of former Confederate President Jefferson Davis. In all, 22 blacks were elected to Congress during the 1800s, and not one of them was from the North. They all represented states that had been part of the Confederacy.
Question 53.
When was the submarine first used in U.S. warfare? A, the Revolutionary War, B, the Civil War, C, World War I. The surprising answer is A, the Revolutionary War. Using a one-man, hand-powered sub, a mine was attached to the British flagship of Admiral Howe while it was anchored in New York Harbor. The attack failed when the mine floated off before it exploded.
Question 54.
Who was the first president to travel outside the continental United States while in office? A, Washington, B, Jefferson, C, Roosevelt, or D, Lincoln?
The answer is C, Teddy Roosevelt. He visited Panama in 1906. It so happened that they were building a canal there. Roosevelt said he was more proud of the Panama Canal than any of his other accomplishments from his administration. You know what I'm proud of, Conan?
No, sir, what's that?
I just earned me a Pop-Tart.
Okay, here you go, right there. Here you go. How's that, sir? Yeah.
Question 55.
There have only been 12 men ever to have walked on the moon. Everyone knows that Neil Armstrong was the first. I was the last on Apollo 17 in 1972. Who am I? A, am I Gene Cernan? B, perhaps Jack Schmitt? Or C, maybe even James Irwin? Jim Irwin wasn't on our mission, although he drove the lunar rover around about a year before we got there. If you chose Jack Schmitt, you were close, because Jack Schmitt and I did stroll around the lunar surface together.
I was strolling on the moon one day in the merry, merry month of December. Now, May.
But I was the last one to get into the LEM. I'm Gene Cernan. Answer A. And that's the last question in the Great American History Quiz.
Thanks, Gene. You can put your pencils down.
How'd you do? If you scored under 10...
You probably just tuned in late. Am I right?
Between 11 and 25...
You're improving.
But it would be a great idea to watch the History Channel a little more often. Between 26 and 35...
We'll give you a BA in history.
Between 36 and 45...
A master's degree.
And over 45...
You're a PhD.
How did you do, Richard?
Well, I'll take the 5th.
Yeah, me too.
If you missed any of the answers, or you want to share a test with a friend, visit our website, www.historychannel.com/quiz. I hope you had as much fun exploring history as I've had. I'm Richard Dreyfus for the History Channel's Great American History Quiz.
the Great American History Quiz, brought to you in part by Lincoln Financial Group.
The video you're watching comes courtesy of Telehell, the podcast where TV meets torture. Listen at telehell.libsyn.com or wherever you stream podcasts.